Hey.
After Dick, he took a 1 month break.
Yeah, a full month. No, I hated Joel. But can I say that Dana just did a good job? Dana's a pretty good third host substitute. I like it.
It's always good to have Dayton on.
No, I mean, like he was pretty good at keeping the conversation going. It was just, I don't know. Last week's pod got kind of political, but and heated, but
I don't know if it was heated.
no, not heated, but just like very heavy
No, it was a heavier topic
in
for
terms
sure.
of like sensitive things to touch on. But
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah, it shows that there's passion. There's a lot of passion in that subject.
As a Texan, brother.
It was not a day off. I was
Weren't you
working.
at work?
Yeah,
You were like
I
physically
was
at work, right?
literally watching. I was watching from work. It was not a day off. I mean, day off from doing the pod, but I was not relaxing or anything. It's interesting seeing it from like from the audience perspective. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool because I get you guys interact with chat too. So I was typing in there and you guys are seeing what I was saying and I don't know. It's just something cool about watching you guys shoot the shit. Yeah.
What's
What is
going
going on?
on?
Was the eclipse last week? It was last week.
No, that was the week before last because we talked about the lady that went on a shooting spree because of it. That's what sparked the
Oh,
whole
is
gun
that what
thing.
led to the
Yeah.
topic?
But she didn't go into like a shoot. She didn't go into a shooting spree, but she was letting him fucking rip onto the highway. That's what led into that topic
Was
about
that
mentally
Florida?
unhinged people. It was a lady from like a state above Florida, but she drove down to Florida, so it was technically a Florida story. She wasn't a Florida woman, but she was a Florida woman. You know what? Yeah, you know what did happen last week is Fallout dropped. That show was actually type lit.
My mic was
Are you?
muted. All right, we're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes!
damn it.
It's okay.
The Fallout show dropped last week. I think it was pretty good. I don't know. Are you guys big Fallout guys?
I
Or not
didn't
really?
like the games. Well, okay,
I
I
played a
didn't.
little bit of 3.
Here's the thing. I cannot play open world games that much. There's a few games that are like what's the word? Excluded from that. Cause I played the shit out of GTA. And I played like when I was younger, Red Dead, the original. But other than that, like those kind of games where there's like a lot of stuff involved. It's like an RPG open world game. Because you have like the leveling system and stuff.
Yeah.
Those kind of games, it's just hard for me to focus because there's always so many things to do, and then I feel like it overwhelms me, and then I just don't pick it up.
You know what you could do? Just mainline the main story. You don't have to do all that side stuff.
Yeah, I know, but then it just feels like I'm missing out on stuff.
You are, but there are a lot of people that play RPGs and solely like just speed blitz the main story and deal with the other stuff later.
Yeah, and but I've done that too. I had those cases where like I would just speed run the main stuff, and then I would go back to the side stuff later, but then I would never go to the side stuff, and then I just feel like I wasted
Well,
I don't know.
that's why it's
something.
side stuff. Are you just like not interested in like completing the story?
Maybe. Well, I
It just
am
doesn't
interested
interest
in.
you.
I guess in the Fallout sense, I didn't. I felt. Oh well, I've had experience with Skyrim, so I thought like, oh, it's gonna be kind of similar in the sense where like the story is very story are very open. So I have to gonna. I'm probably gonna be in the same situation where it's just gonna be overwhelming to me. But
I didn't know you played Skyrim. I thought you didn't play Skyrim.
I did play Skyrim, and then when I got my power, I was bored. I was like, all right, I don't want to play this anymore.
What do you mean your power?
Dragonborn, when you're able to scream. like the very beginning of the game.
Or you get that in like the first maybe like 3 hours.
Yeah, I was bored.
Depending on like how much side stuff you do in between, you could definitely get your shell in under 3 hours. Probably even under 2.
Yeah, I was kind of bored after that.
I don't know, but I think that's like that whole getting your power and then like you from there, it's not you can mainline the story from that point. I don't know. That's up to you. Either way, the Fallout games, I like them. They're very near and dear to me. Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 4 is okay. I didn't play the first two. That's because those are ancient as all hell.
They're like top downs, right?
They're top down. They're different. Yeah, they're top downs RPG games. I think the first one's even on a timer,
Oh wow.
from what I understand. But yeah, I think the Fallout series is good, like in terms of lore and world building stuff. The games aren't always the greatest, but I think the atmosphere and that sort of stuff is normally pretty good. So that keeps it interesting. But the show did a very good job of keeping that going. So even if you're not like a huge fan of the games, I think the atmosphere of it is pretty good. So I'd recommend it.
Yeah,
But
I haven't seen it yet.
has led me to believe half the fan base kind of inbred.
Okay, why?
For whatever reason, aside from like Decky's article, a lot of them are like, they made Fallout go woke, this or that and the other thing, and I'm like, have you ever played a Fallout game? The entire thing is talking about how like capitalism led to the world getting nuked, basically. And the people are like, can't believe they're supporting not capitalist things and stuff like that.
Oh, so they're just kind of like fighting. They're kind of like arguing in that like the show is like emphasizing the
The
capitalism,
wokeness.
the wokeism, I guess.
Yeah, and then they're like,
Uh,
oh, they're showing gay and trans people. I'm like, have you ever played a Fallout game? There's gay and trans people in these games. Like, it's like, I think that I saw it in somewhere that one of the first ever gay couples in a video game was in Fallout 2 from like ancient times. I'm like, have you ever like even looked into these games?
Are people ever not gonna complain about that though in like
I,
media?
I think that these people don't play the games that they say they do, and then they complain because they're like, "Oh, I can't believe this went woke." And I'm like, if you ever played one, you would understand that like that was the whole point. I don't know. I think that these people are just kind of dumb.
okay, so I guess like my only counter argument to that would be like, or like I guess supporting what they believe is that they want to keep their ideals um separated compared to media. So like for example, in video games they want a certain level of wokeism or whatever versus on their whenever they watch shows like movies, shows, whatever, they don't want to see that as much. But
I didn't understand that in theory, but depending on the game,
yeah,
if you're playing Doom, I would
obviously,
understand.
yeah, yeah,
But you're
that's
playing
true.
Fallout, that the entire thing is politically based.
Yeah,
Like everything
it's
about Fallout
extremely
is
politically
political.
based. Yeah,
Yes. So it's like if you're talking about like, oh, I don't want woke in my Doom, I'd be like, I don't care. It's you're killing demons.
hmm
Like you do whatever you want with that, or like something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's not inherently political.
yeah,
But if you're gonna play a game and the whole point of the game is like you're in a post-apocalyptic world that was started because of companies taking over and capitalism being too powerful and this, that, and the other thing, it's like you can't be mad at that being political.
yeah. That doesn't make any sense because that's like the whole premise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then like some of the people were even mad. They're like, one of the actors in the show, like they're like a side character, right? Like one of the main characters' best friend from the Brotherhood of Steel is a trans actor, and like I can't believe they're throwing trans people. I'm like, they don't even bring
really.
that up. The character just exists. Like they never make it like a main point. They're just there. They're just playing a character, and they're like, I can't believe they put one of them. And I'm like, what do you mean one of them? It's just a person.
It doesn't make any sense. I feel like just that goes to show like a lot of people are just gonna stick to their traditional ideas and values where they do not want to
Yeah.
change. And when they like attempt it in real life, let's say they like are two-faced and like they show that they're, they try to be open outside of like their media, and then and then this happens and then they're like super what's the word? Well, I guess Two-Face is like that's like the only way I can explain it. They're like, oh, why is there a trans person in my show? In this show, like there shouldn't be trans people. Like blah 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 blah. Like it just goes to show those kind of people are just terrible. Like they're not.
It is bad people. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
There's no reason at this point. There's no reason to even fucking listen to them. They're just like
Yeah.
they're just a minority. I feel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said half the player base is like that.
Not
Is this an
half.
assumption?
It's like, so like I would say it's like a decent portion of the player from like this is this comment section that I've been reading on every single comment section of the show. It's either people complaining of them changing certain things or basically canonizing certain endings from New Vegas, or complaining that the show went woke. Whenever people complain, it's one of that's the only two things they ever complain about the show.
Interesting. I still haven't watched the show,
But
I
then
need to
like
watch
a
it.
large portion of the fan base is also like really happy with it. So it's
Okay.
like I don't know. Like most of the fan base is only complaining about like basically in New Vegas there's like certain endings. There's like 4 different endings in New Vegas, and now only 2 of them can really realistically be canon.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like kind of upset about that. And I'm like, that also doesn't make sense to me because like at some point they have to canonize an ending for a game if they're going to keep continuing the story. Like even if something has multiple endings,
Oh,
like
so this game is based off one of the games? Like what
no,
specifically
it's
one
based
of the
off
games?
all the games. No, it's all of the games.
All of the
So
games.
all of the games except for like one of them is like interconnected,
Okay.
and this show takes place like I want to say is it 18 years after Fallout New Vegas, but it's around that same general area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a specific timeline.
It's in the timeline. Yeah, it's in that timeline. So the Fallout games have a timeline, and it takes place in the same continuity as the games.
Okay.
So some people are upset about that, but I'm like, if you want to continue a story, at some point we have to make one of the endings canon.
Of one of the endings of the games canon.
Yes.
Okay.
Because like, let's say a game has like 4 endings, right?
Yeah.
And like 2 of them end up with similar outcomes, and the other 2 have like wildly different one. Let's say.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick one of them if you want to continue the story.
Right.
Because then, like, how else are you going to go back to that general area for any sort of other story building?
Right. People don't really think that far ahead though. They just kind of like, why is this ending being chosen?
Yeah, because they want it to be their ending, the one that they
Yeah.
liked. I'm like, listen, buddy, just because you like that one doesn't mean it's the best one for the future.
Hell, for people who have never like picked up a Fallout game, they don't give a shit. They just like, oh,
Yeah,
this
no.
is cool.
If you've never
Yeah.
played a Fallout game, I think that's probably the show's even better because then, like, you don't know like certain people are inherently evil. Let's say.
Yeah.
Or like you don't know the backstory of certain things, so like to you, it's like all a mystery. To me, I was like certain parts. I was like, I don't trust these motherfuckers at all because they're from here. But like for if you've never watched it or like played any of the games, I'm like, ooh, that's got to be like a big mystery that you're not gonna know that like they did. So like a big part about Fallout as well is in the vaults. They do a lot of experiments in the different vaults.
Right.
Never played a Fallout game before though. You don't know that, so you go into it and you're like, oh, these vaults seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Either way, fan base is kind of dumb. Speaking of the fan base being dumb, Decky, you had an article about
Calling me
this.
dumb? No.
Yeah,
No, you're
Decky's
already
dumb. Decky's dumb.
Decky's
Part of
kind
what
dumb.
fan base? What do you mean? But yeah, IGN, the great video game reviewer company that we all know and love, they put out an article and
it's an
tweeted about it.
IGN.
Yeah, shout out IGN. They were basically like, to sum it up, they were all saying that because Amazon Prime, they usually do the weekly
model. Yep.
rollouts of the episodes, like with Invincible. They do those weekly. But for this one, they rolled out the entire season all at once on the same like debut day. And so this article is saying like, hey, the show's pretty good, but you know, it'd be better if it was a weekly thing, so that audiences can all be like in sync. So when episodes come out every week, we would all watch it at the same time, and we'd all talk about one episode at a time. And they're saying that it would give the audience like some time to breathe, like to process things after each episode and do all that stuff. But this is like so out of touch because it's like a new era of streaming, new age, and people just want to binge things at their own pace. You know, they can watch it like an episode a day or watch the whole thing in like a day or two.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to milk as much Fallout as they can. Uh,
Part of
because it
part
is based
even
off
in
of a
their
video
article
game.
they mentioned that it doesn't let like other people give time to help people delve into it. I'm thinking they wanted to do some articles on the episodes in between too, for sure.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
want to capitalize on like the weekly rollouts so they can make an article like every single week
yeah,
instead of just making like one and then but you know, it's
I
it's just a completely out of touch thing. I don't really think this was a good move on their part.
How long are the episodes? I'm assuming like 45 minutes to an hour.
yeah. Some of
Around
them
an
are like
hour.
45, some of them are like an hour and 15. It depends.
Okay.
I would say like like within 15 minutes of an hour,
Okay.
plus or minus.
So
The thing is that most people aren't binging 8 episodes like that in one go. Most
most
people.
people
A
aren't,
lot of
no.
people will. I binged it all in one day. But that's also I'm not most people. I just didn't sleep. That's like the difference. Yeah, I don't know. I part of it is I can understand certain aspects of if you want to say that the weekly model works better for certain things, I would agree. And I think it works better in not pacing, but it makes it so that way everybody's on the same page in terms of hype on a weekly basis for the show. Like, holy shit, look at that cliffhanger. And like, we're all on that hype. We're all waiting.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Like, if you want to say that's why weekly is better, because then everybody's on the same pace
Yeah,
and
that
it
was
helps the
exactly
hype and stuff like that, that's fine. Like, you want to say that, like, and it helps with like keeping the hype around the show for like 8 weeks, let's say. I'm okay with that. Like, if you want to say like that, that's why it's better. I would agree.
that was
But
exactly
there,
one of their arguments, but I feel like there's a different narrative that they're trying to like
yeah,
put out there.
no,
Mm.
their narrative is kind of dumb in the sense, like even reading, like you were saying, like they're talking about um, like for newer fans, it doesn't give them time to delve into the. I'm like, bitch,
Newer fans could give it two shits. I'm gonna be a new
yeah,
fan for one.
I would
I could
say
give two
like
shits.
a lot of new people also like not a lot of people are looking into the canon on looking for lore videos to explain shit. Most people don't give a fuck. Now I love lore videos, but I'm also invested into the franchise. So I don't know. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like them being like, oh, it gives people time to look into the canon. It's like nobody gives a fuck about that.
I'd like to comment saying they have this specific line. They have a specific quote here in their article saying um some people sat down and binge Fallout straight to the moment it was released, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a level of franchise dedication that makes any of this possible. By the way, that's not necessarily that's not necessarily the case because not everyone's gonna be a fan of the show or the game, sorry, and then watch it the entire thing in one night. No one's like that. That's not a franchise dedication thing. Anyway, I
Yeah, that's
digress.
just some people. Some people just love to binge shit even if they've never seen it before.
Yeah,
Like I know people that binge
yeah.
shows, and it's like they've never seen anything. Like
If I could have been Shogun, I would have already. Like if it was out in 10 episodes, I would have watched it all already like
yes,
first day. Okay. But anyway, I digress. There's more to that quote. But in a crowded media landscape, that kind of viewing experience is far from a guarantee. I think that's not entirely correct because a lot of shows nowadays are being hyped up through social media, and if in social media the show is good, it's gonna do well, like from then on.
100% way different now than it was before.
Way different.
You get edits like 5 seconds after somebody sees a scene. They're like, I love that scene, or I love that character. You're getting TikTok edits out the ass for them.
Yeah.
And it'll be from stuff from the first episode.
Yep.
I think
There's
like
there's a
the
lot of
hype
social
that,
media influence, and I feel like these companies just don't understand that. Like,
or even I don't think IGN is understanding
no,
if they can't like recognize that like, okay, if you want to like say the hype will last longer if you do weekly, yeah. But the hype is huge right now for Fallout. I think in terms of like newer fans or like people that like the show because I'm seeing TikTok edits on like a daily basis at this
yeah,
point. Like it's like people really resonate with the characters and the way that the show went down in terms of like being like there's one there's one episode. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's like the character says, "You want to make my cock explode?" And he's like, "Oh, my bad. I mean intercourse." But people have been editing that nonstop because they think it's fucking hilarious. But I think like you've never seen the show and you think that that part's funny, you're gonna go like watch the show and be like, "Oh, I wonder how when does that fucking happen?"
Yeah, that's funny.
But
I've
with
never even
that,
seen that.
the
No, no,
same
that's
like point of like vast like media, like there's a bunch of media, like everything's rolling out, lots of new TV shows, like things to watch, like all the time.
So he's not
yeah.
wrong
And
about
like
like there's a crowded media landscape, but
It is crowded, 100%. Like
it's
Yeah.
new
super
shows are
crowded.
dropping all the time, or new trailers are dropping, so people are getting hyped about something and then they lose hype for something else.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, like sometimes I'll just lose hype entirely for something like that gets rolled out weekly. I'm just like, oh, I
100%.
forgot about that show.
mm-hmm.
You know, if it came out all at once, I might have watched it all in one go, and then had
That's what
my
happens to me with a lot of anime. 100%.
Yes, I agree. That was me with
It's
Spy Family, I think. Yeah,
because it's super easy to fall out of love with the show, especially like if you have like mild interest in it, and
yeah,
like if they space out all the episodes a week apart, it's just like okay, maybe I'll catch up to it, maybe I'll
yeah,
just like let it go.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's not even about falling out of love with it. Like maybe one week you're just busy on like the Thursday that the episode drops, and you're like, "Oh, I'll just catch up later," and you never catch
you
up.
never catch up. Yeah,
But if I had it weekly, I would have just finished it by now. Like, and I listen. If you want to argue one way or the other, but like to say that binge is bad, it's not. Just you get the entire show. You
mm-hmm.
get to experience it all at your own pace.
Yeah. It's the what's the power of choice in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
could
some
do it
people
that
like
way too. You
I
can
know that.
weekly watch and make it for yourself. Where like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
watch it every Sunday. To give myself like
Yeah,
space.
me and Becca, we do that with shows sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we watch shows at a weekly basis, even if the show has long been done.
Yeah.
I know that you also said that you will wait for an entire weekly show to be done and then binge it after, like you're doing with Invincible.
Yeah, I did that. I'm doing that with
I watched
Invincible.
him. Yeah, I watched Invincible weekly. You're gonna binge Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? We're both gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. At the end
And
of the
even
day.
if, let's say, you're past the hype zone of Invincible, which killed its own hype train, sadly, but it killed its own hype train. But regardless, let's say if you would have watched it like 4 weeks after the show is done, all the hype is gone. Do you lose anything by doing that?
I don't
No.
lose anything. No.
Yeah. I think that IGN's article loses all, not credibility, but like any like importance in the sense that like you don't need hype to watch a show.
Yeah.
Like realistically, like you could have seen the hype and be like, oh, I'm gonna put that on my list to watch. Watch it like a year later. It's
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Like
initial
what
hype
do you need
is
hype for?
yeah. The initial like release date and then your interest is what really decides whether the show is gonna be worth it to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can be hyped up by something and not watch it so much later and binge it and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it now.
That's exactly it.
The hype doesn't matter. You don't need to watch something with hype and then hear me out. Afterwards, all those articles, all those videos, they'll still be there. It's not like
Mhm.
these articles are going anywhere. So if you're like, oh, I wonder more about these things after you finish the show, watch the videos, find the articles.
Yeah. And
You can find that shit like a year later.
I
and
feel
you're
like
fine.
that's definitely been disproven now, because of the amount of people that are starting to pick up the games again. I don't know if you guys
Yes.
seen, but a
Yeah.
lot
I
of people are picking up.
I see a lot of people on my friends list picking it up. I've
Yep.
downloaded some mods to redo Fallout 4. I was gonna redo the Fallout games anyways because I play them, not on a yearly basis. I play one of them on like let's say like every 2 years. I'll go back and play one of them. Like last year I played New Vegas again. Probably like 2 years before that I think I played 3. So it's like every once in a while I'll just go back and do some new characters, do some new shit with it.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. There's a lot of people that are picking up the game, even like statistically. People post on Twitter and some Google websites or some websites I've seen on Google saying like, oh yeah, Fallout's at a new time high since
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
while, yeah. And
That was a huge W for Bethesda too, and they
yeah,
had they also had, I don't know if they timed this, they probably did with the Fallout show, but you could get all the Fallout games on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale, but you could have gotten them all, like the entire franchise, for a
Yeah,
discount.
that's a
If
dub.
you have Prime, one of them is free. Like
It's all
76 is free.
76.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm not-
right. 76
I'm
is
never
free
gonna
right
play
now.
that shit realistically, but
I'm sure it's good now, but I mean,
I'm
it's
sure it's fine. But like for me, it was the same. Emily's what did I miss? Emily, I kind of get like I kind of like it. Well, I kind of get it, like how GOT. Yeah, okay. There are shows that the hype between episodes definitely helped, like Game of Thrones when it was at its peak, or even
but Game of Thrones is also a different time too. Like that was
it was a different time. There wasn't TikTok at the time, so
Yeah.
there
It
was
wasn't
like
like
10 years
these
ago.
fucking nasty edits of. I guarantee you, Game of Thrones. If Game of Thrones would have came out with TikTok time, it would have been even
oh, it'd been
bigger, I
even
think.
way bigger. Like
The
everybody would be
edits would
watching
have
it.
gone insane.
Yeah, everybody would be fucking watching it.
I was gonna say, but like Game of Thrones did that, and then also on Twitter for Demon Slayer when that first started coming out, people were like going crazy for the episodes.
Yeah.
Like that, there's certain shows that like the weekly does help them. I think it would have been fine either way. Like even if it was a binge thing, I think Game of Thrones still would have succeeded
Yeah,
because Game of Thrones, up until the point that the writers decided to shit the bed,
yeah.
was a really good show.
I still need to watch it. I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah. Every time I've rewatched it recently, and like I just skipped the last season.
Yeah.
I refuse to watch the last
Damn,
season.
is it that bad?
The last season's that bad.
That's depressing.
Think of it like if you did all this world building, and then like it just went to nothing. Like so, for certain world building they did in Game of Thrones, they did over seasons, and then the last 2 seasons they did that all but like in one episode. And you're
Okay.
like, how about you take your fucking time like you did before? And they build up to like these big bads, like the White Walkers. They finish that shit off in like an episode.
Hmm.
They spend like years building up this big bad enemy just to kill it off in like 2 episodes. And it's like, okay, cool. And then like they pick like a character that to me never even seemed like they should have been the chosen one to finish them off. And I'm like, okay. I'm not to spoil it for you, but like yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That was a huge shit
that
the bed
was
moment.
such a
A
dumpster
flop.
fire.
I think that
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, what was it? Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad for years were considered the two best shows of all time. And then it was just Breaking Bad was the only one still in the talks after that.
Breaking Bad still holds up, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah. Game of Thrones up until like season 5 or 6 still holds up in my I think 6 is fine. Some people don't like 6 that much. I think it's fine. I can understand why people don't like it as much. It was a sad way to go down. I wish that if they were to like remake Game of Thrones but do it animated, I think that would be better.
They
Especially
should
I think
totally
that
do that.
yeah, I think Invincible shows that even adults are willing to watch like these types of animated shows nowadays. I think for a long time adults weren't really willing to watch these animated shows, but with Invincible, I think it's showing like a change in that,
Mhm.
especially with anime becoming very popular in mainstream media nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think if there's a time to do it, now is the time to whip out the animated Game of Thrones series. You can do those larger than life things. So like I think the wall in Game of Thrones is supposed to be even bigger, and like the cities are supposed to be even larger. The armies are supposed to be even cooler. So it's like
How long are Invincible episodes? They're like 30 minutes?
no, Invincible
No,
episodes
they're
like
like
an
an
hour.
hour.
They're like an hour. Oh, it's
Yeah, they are
damn.
like an hour. But I
Damn.
think people are willing to watch them. Just like when Invincible's not shitting the bed in terms of its own hype, it's popular.
Mm-hmm.
They already got renewed for like a 5th season.
You
They barely
serious?
just finished the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So after season 1, what they renewed season 2 and 3, they already renewed 4 and 5. So it's
Yeah.
like season 3 is not even out yet, and we got 4 and 5. That's how
Yeah.
much with the killing their own hype. They still had enough people watch the show for them to get 4 and 5 before season 3 even came out.
Without spoiling, can you say why they kill their own hype? Because I don't think I know
Because
why.
of the break.
There's no spoiling. There's no spoiling.
They have a break?
It's just a date. They
The-
took
the-
a 4-month break in the middle of the season.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, yeah.
Yes, they killed their own hype.
So stupid.
People were so excited for Invincible season 2. We get the first 4 episodes. It was lit. It took a 4-month break. Killed all the hype.
That's right.
People forgot Invincible was coming out when it started again. I didn't even. Well, I knew it was coming back. I was like, oh, it's coming back next week. The episode was out for like 3 days, and I was like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest move.
I think like if the show wasn't ready to come out, just wait.
And
Delay.
I think it was. It must have been. Like, there's no way they sat on it for that long and just waited to like finish it.
Did they ever like give a statement
took that
as to
time to.
why they did that? Or
They gave several different reasons. We don't know which one's the real one.
interesting.
They said
Wait.
several because at first he was like, "Oh, it's to give people time to cope with what happened in the last episode."
4
like, season
months
4.
time.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, we had like certain issues with whatever, and certain issues with whatever everything," and it's like, okay, but
I thought it was because of the holidays. I'm like, okay, they're gonna pick it up, back up like
It was
right in January. But no, it
Yeah.
took them until March to release.
yeah, they were like,
the
"Oh,
other-
we'll come
Oh.
back early next year,
I totally
Q1,
forgot.
baby."
I totally forgot. This Robert Kirkman wrote this, so he's doing the Walking Dead approach. This makes sense. He's trying to
They did that in
create
Walking
that
Dead?
gap. Yeah, he did in the Walking Dead all the time.
Why
Yeah,
the
but
fuck?
hear me out. The Walking Dead actually had like long seasons, not 8
They had
episodes.
long seasons. They had very long seasons.
So like you would get at least like 8 episodes of The Walking Dead before you'd have one of those breaks. So at
Yeah.
least you got like 2 months of
You
content.
got 12
we got a month.
episodes
12 episodes. What in Game of Thrones?
in The
Oh, in
Walking
the Game of
Dead.
Thrones, The Walking Dead. So yeah,
You're
so you
saying
get
12
12
and then a break,
It would be 10 or 12 episodes. Yeah.
and
See,
then a break,
yeah,
and
no.
then
See,
another
we're
12.
talking about
Oh.
we got 4 episodes, so 1 month. Then we took 4 months off to then get 1 more month. That is way too long of a break for that many episodes.
Yeah.
If you would have given us a 16 episode season, we at least got like 8 episodes, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that would have been as much content as season 1, and then as much content as season 1 again. I would I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Give me the content. I'll wait.
I really hope like shows nowadays don't adopt that. or
No, I think
continue
it's
that
just Robert
tradition.
Kirkman. I'm pretty sure it's just
I don't
him.
even think it was that. I think that they had issues with like the episodes not being ready for certain episodes.
So
was
you
what they
think
said.
it's the longer than
You think
expected
he
production?
made the decision to do that?
No, I
And
think
not
that
like
they had. I
production?
think that they thought that it was ready, but it wasn't ready for certain episodes, so they had to wait. Because I think what
Oh
happened.
my god! They should just wait till they're ready and then release
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before. Like they should have just delayed the entire season 2. People had
Yeah.
already waited for like 2 years. We'd wait like another couple months.
Yeah.
If they would have, if let's say we would have waited the 4 months initially. So what was it? It came out in like November. So we
Mhm.
would have had to
Yeah.
wait till February, let's say, for the entire season to be out. That would have been way better than waiting 4 months in the middle.
I mean, everything's getting delayed anyways nowadays. It just feels
Yeah.
like games
How
and
many
shows are
times
being
were
delayed, so
fucking-
it's just we're used to it.
Yeah. How many games get delayed by like years at a time? And we're like, okay, we'll just play it when it comes out. We'll wait. Like the game's still on my wish list. Invincible's still on my radar.
The day
To do this
before.
stupid ass shit. Well, I meant like real games. Like,
So
something
that's,
actually.
that's not it. That's a scam.
That made me so depressed, bro. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but we
No,
all
but,
know
like,
we
this
all know what
thing
happened there.
is-
you
that, like-
weren't hyped going into it. Your hype kind of died after all
Dude,
of the delays.
I was
constantly.
hyped for 3 years, and then as soon as
That's your fault.
And then the
people
year
were
before,
as soon as the fucking game was having speculation whether it was a real game or not, that's when my hype died because I was like, "You're right, I'm a buffoon."
To be fair, that speculation started from long before I think you were paying attention to it.
Probably, but then at the same time,
'Cause
like I was like,
when
"Oh,
you
it's
guys
another delay."
mentioned the game to me, you guys were still extremely hyped for it, and as soon as you guys mentioned it to me, I started getting like this game might not be real videos, and I was like, oh shit.
I didn't get those videos at all.
I got them immediately, and they were like months old by the time I found them. So I was like, damn.
Damn.
People were speculating it from very early on that game wasn't gonna happen.
It's a
But
bummer,
like,
bro.
okay, let's say like a real game though, like I don't know, what's something I guess
GTA
fucking
6.
GTA 6. That we all know GTA is gonna drop and it's gonna be a banger.
Yes.
If GTA tells us it's coming out in 2025 and they're like, we need another 2 years, we'd be like, damn, we gotta wait 2 more years. Okay, give me a good polished fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it.
Yeah. Something I wish Call of Duty would do, but you know.
Yes. If Call of Duty, Call of Duty would just have to do that. If they would wait, be like,
call it Activision or Blizzard. What's Microsoft now?
It's
yeah, hopefully Microsoft.
They're all by Microsoft.
That's
Yes.
what
so
stop shit in the
money
fucking
That is
hungry.
bed.
crazy, bro. That is crazy.
they can't even stick to what they're gonna say and like skip a year and make a good game after that.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
so money hungry. They just decided to make a rushed game that's just
They were
DLC.
like, we're gonna skip a year on the full CODs. We'll give you an expansion next year. No, they, yeah.
And then
an
1 for 3
expansion
came
my
out.
fucking ass. That Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be an expansion. You could tell it was
Yeah.
supposed to be an expansion by
Yeah.
looking at it. And they were like, full game, $70. And it's like, how
No.
would you gargle 19 sweat?
$20 now. Fuck you.
I won't download that shit. I promise. Like, I won't even do it. I thought about it when I saw James playing it, and I was like, no.
I thought about it when I saw it on sale on the PlayStation store, and I'm like, nah.
I had a principle I won't buy it, like that one. I'll wait. I'll wait for the whatever Black Ops comes out next year, and hopefully they do. If they do pick
What's
10,
it called?
I'll buy it immediately.
Gulf War, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. That one looks kind
I
of
d-
neat. I mean, the name's kind of neat, but it's supposed to
I just
be.
really hope I want my pick 10 back.
It's supposed to be taking similar approach as Black Ops 4, I think.
In terms of what? No story?
Their games, their like mechanics, I think. I read an article. Let me look it up again. But
Didn't they let you run on walls in Black Ops 4?
no,
Or was that Black Ops 3?
that's 3.
Didn't I hope they don't have a special like the abilities they had in Black Ops 4 and 3 though. Like the operators had like I have super AIDS bees as like his ultimate or some shit like that. Like that was annoying.
Have they done a Call of Duty on the Korean War?
No.
No, just a Vietnam War. That was
That was Black Ops 1.
yeah.
I wonder why they haven't done a Korean War one. Because it
Maybe
seems like
when
they're kind of fishing for like wars to just base games off of at this point.
Well, yeah.
Hear me out. You don't have to fish for wars. Black Ops 2 wasn't even based off any real wars, and that shit was fucking
Yeah, no, they went in the
splatting.
future and then
Well,
they went
yeah.
back to
As soon
they
as
made Cold War,
yeah.
which is not even a real war.
I don't know. COD just needs
Uh,
to stop being a piece of shit.
Yeah, we'll have to see what or how the next one goes.
I'll
See what
look
that's like.
mildly forward to it if the multiplayer looks decent, and then whatever beta we get from it. I'm
Yeah,
not
it should be
holding out like any crazy hope, but I'm like hoping they like, because does Microsoft own Blizzard at this point?
I think now they do, yeah.
damn, bro.
Hopefully, they put them under some
Officially.
sort of quality control and be like, stop releasing stinkers, bitch, and like they'll do it.
But has Microsoft made a bad game?
Halo Infinite. No, I'm joking. Halo 5. Halo 5 was not good. Halo 5 multiplayer was cool, but then that's pretty much it. Halo Infinite was like a stinker at launch, and then now it's fine.
Trying to think of other bad games besides Halo. Gears was fun.
Gears was fun.
Gears was fun.
Gears hits. It doesn't hit as much as it used to, but it still hits.
Well, it's a different time now, but Sea of Thieves is good. It's a good game. Just
Sea of Thieves also dropped as a sneaker at first, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves was
Didn't
not
have a
as
good
good at
launch.
launch. It had like not a lot of content. It was kind of
Oh,
mid,
yes,
and then
yes,
they
that's
did
true.
they did a lot of updating on the game.
Yeah,
Sea of Thieves got the what's that game? The space one?
No Man's Sky.
Treatment? Yeah, Sea of Thieves got the No Man's Sky treatment. It
Okay.
wasn't as bad as No Man's Sky, but like it wasn't anything crazy.
What else did Microsoft make? Let me see. Microsoft games.
I'm hoping that they do good. You know, we could hope.
They need to fix Overwatch.
Oh god.
Is a new season out?
There's no hope for that game.
Yeah.
New season's out. Time to grind ranked, right, Decky? Let's go.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Not at the beginning of the season. It's beginning of season so AIDS. I do not want to
Oh,
partake
shit.
in that. Even though I
Just-
probably will.
I didn't realize. Jess told me that he wanted to play Hell Let Loose. It's on fucking Game Pass.
What's Hell Let Loose?
It's like a World War II game, but like a realistic sim type one.
So like fucking Insurgency, Arma.
I don't know if it's to that level.
Okay.
I think it's like below that level of realism, but like above like standard like Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Battlefield
it's similar to
realism.
Squad. It's like Squad.
Squad. Okay.
Think of it like World War II Squad,
Okay.
but it looks prettier than Squad.
Okay. I played Insurgency Sandstorm.
I wanted it. Decky, you're a dirty bitch for that, by the way.
What did I do? I just picked up the game and played it one day.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me. I was already
I didn't know
live.
you were gonna play it. I didn't even know you had it.
I love that game.
I've never seen you play it.
Yeah,
ever.
I've never seen you
I've
play that
played
game
it.
ever.
That's bullshit because you have seen me play it. Marty's seen me.
When?
I've never seen you
years
play it.
ago?
The
Like
last
2
time
years
was
ago?
no. Let me see.
When was
I
the
have
last
it
time
on
you played
Epic.
it?
I either was the last time I downloaded it on Game Pass or on Steam. I don't remember.
I have it on Epic.
Oh shit! Last time I downloaded it was 2 years ago. Okay.
All right. Well then, what the fuck?
It was an Xbox. Wait, no. Let me see if I can see when I last played on Xbox.
This fucking
Maybe
guy,
I played
dude.
on then.
I can't tell you. So I was looking at my game hours for fucking Black Ops 3 on the PlayStation. I have like 200 hours in that game, and I have no idea why.
Damn.
Because I never played it on PlayStation. I don't think.
I search game on this.
Pretty sure I owned it, but I don't remember playing it.
You're surprised you had that much?
Yeah, that much hours. Because I don't remember playing that many.
100 hours is not that many though.
200 hours.
I'd probably be surprised. Mine probably is like around 200.
I played
'Cause
Black
I don't
Ops on
remember.
PC and Xbox, but not PlayStation.
That game was not memorable to me. Like I played
Black Ops
it,
3?
but I didn't play it. Play it.
Yeah, me
I didn't
neither.
play a lot of Black Ops 3, 4, or
I played a lot of
the.
4. I got
I didn't play Infinite Warfare.
I got the best camo on 4. The last ones. The what were they
Yeah.
called?
Was that like the purple one?
Yeah, it was like a purple or black one. I can't remember the. Logan knows the name. He probably knows it because we played the shit ton back then. We played a lot back then. I played on Xbox too. I got the end game skins.
Insurgency was pretty fun when I played it the other day. It was
I think it's a good game.
the shooting, the combat's a little bit different than your typical FPS.
The
But,
only thing is that
I
that
played-
community is hella fucking racist, baby.
It was funny when I played.
That
Some dude
community
was
is
like
unhinged.
freestyling. The other people were telling him to shut the fuck up. They were arguing, obviously, of like which point to
Hold up.
capture. But I played the sniper only game mode, and that shit was fun. That was like the fun game mode that I enjoyed.
Sniper only game mode. That sounds familiar.
It's like a limited time playlist, I think. So they
Can be
Oh, I'm
fun.
thinking Sniper
It's
Elite.
just
Never
like-
mind.
Get a
No.
website by
that game because I did pretty good on the game that I played for the sniper only. So I had a little bit of fun on that.
Yeah, there's a. I'm still. My itch for like FPSs have been kind of like mid. I'm playing. I played Hunt yesterday. That was fun. I miss playing.
Is
Hunt.
that why you're playing Red Dead?
Well, Red
Or
Dead.
trying to
Yeah. Well, no, I've been wanting to play Red Dead for a while. I was just waiting for a sale, and then it finally got on sale.
Oh,
And then I was like, oh, let me buy it.
Red Dead 2 is a very solid game.
Yeah, I played the first one a long time ago, but I remember playing it a lot. There's a lot of memories I have with that game. A lot of memories. Playing online with your friends.
Yeah.
And shit.
Red Dead 2 to me is one of the best single player games. There's certain parts where it's too slow,
hmm
but I think overall the story is very well written and the characters are really really well done as a
Interesting.
game.
Yeah, because I owned it before, and then I just wasn't in like a mindset to want to play that kind of game, so I just dropped it, and then I sold the PlayStation, and then I never played it again until now because I'm in a better mindset to play those kind of games. Because I picked up like on my PS5.
And those types of
the
games, do you
Spider-Man
mean
games.
RPGs or single player games?
Open
Is
world
that what you-
RPGs. So like even now
I
I'll give
think
like Fallout a
now-
chance.
I think I was about to say, if you have do you have Game Pass still or no?
No, I canceled
If
it.
you do get Game Pass, even from like G2A for like the fucking like $5 deals they'd be having on there for it, all the Fallout games are on there. So if you want to play Fallout 4, maybe not as good as Fallout 3 or New Vegas, but it's still a solid
Right.
game overall. It's like pretty cool. But yeah, they're all on there. Even like the old ones, 1 and 2 are on there, and
Yeah, maybe later because I have a lot of games on my plate. I have
yeah, no,
all
I
this.
know that sometimes you have like, not you, but like over gamers on PC have like 40 games in the fucking backlog. You're like, okay, I'll get back to these one day.
Yeah, I gotta finish these. I gotta justify my PlayStation purchase.
Oh yeah, no, you specifically because you have all that shit going on.
Yeah.
so you're just like in an RPG mood right now?
Yeah, I beat the first Spider-Man. I platinumed it, and then I'm playing Miles Morales whenever I can. I also bought Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm playing Bloodborne right
Oh,
now too.
I'm waiting for that to drop on PC. I'm gonna play that on PC
When is that
Yeah,
coming out?
next month.
nice.
I might have to investigate. Man. There was a game I was looking at. I have a bunch of like games on my fucking wish list now. I have like 40 games on my wish list. I have to remove some games on my wish list, but
I have like 20. Let's go through our wish list together, guys. Where is it? Wish
I did that
list.
mouse game on there, the one that looks like old school animation style,
When the fuck did I
like
add
Mickey Mouse
this?
style.
Oh yeah.
When is that coming out?
That comes out next year.
Interesting. Oh, there's
What's
that
it
horror
Is
game
it
that
just called Mouse?
looks
Yeah, it's just called Mouse.
crazy. There's that
Oh, I
one
see it.
horror
One
game.
horror game.
It's called Subliminal. It looks insane.
I think I played that.
It's hyper realistic. No, you haven't because it hasn't come out yet.
Am I thinking of something else?
Subliminal is what it's called.
Am I thinking of another game?
I think it's kind of like hyper realistic, almost like PT. You know how like there was that PT demo like years ago?
What's PT?
It's that one demo game made by Kojima like
I'll
years
probably watch
ago.
one of
People
you
were
guys
hyped
play
about
this.
it.
I don't know, like I can't get into horror, like single player horror games, like at all.
I
They
can.
don't interest me. You know what it is? Like I don't really get scared by them. Like it's the same like playing like Faz or like Devour, like
Well,
any or
Faz
like
and
even like
Devour,
Outlast.
whatever.
But even like Outlast Trials, like I never got scared playing it. I was just like,
I get scared about Last Trials. I was
Oh,
more
I
just like
probably.
that one.
no, but some people when they play the games, they look like they're fucking terrified. I'm over here like, shit.
That's like when people. That's like people saying like DVD's a horror game.
I probably
but
am
like
thinking of Superliminal. It's a puzzle game.
I don't know. I'm like I even like seeing other horror games, I never get scared. Like I'm always like, because like
Did you
I've played
play
them.
Visage?
No,
Visage is a good one too. Is there the Subliminal reminds me of Visage, but Visage is you know, I bought that when it was in beta, and I'm like, this game's amazing. That game is like the only horror game that made me like pause and take a break because it was that scary. But like I play into the I try to get into the put myself in the situations of these people so that way like I don't look at it in a logical perspective. I look at it in like I'm in this like I'm watching a movie, like I'm in that movie. You know, I put myself in these situations so that way I can like feel it more. Because otherwise you're just gonna look at it like logically. Where like, oh, it's just a game. You know, like you're not gonna get scared because it's not real or whatever
for
the sense.
reference, by the way, when we're talking about the DVD not being a horror game, we mean like it's not scary at all.
It's not scary.
So
Yeah.
it's a horror game, but it's not scary.
Yeah.
It's just in that genre. Like you know,
Yeah,
I
people
don't know,
call
like,
it it's a horror game, right? But it's not scary. It's you get jump scared by like some characters here and there, but it's not scary.
yeah, it's a horror game in genre, but not
Yeah.
like in the sense of like, oh my god, I'm pissing my pants because the killer's coming for me. Like no, like
No, it's just
It's
a game of
gonna be
tag.
like-
It's a slasher game. That's some horror elements.
yeah, it's like slasher horror movies. They're normally not that scary. They're just more
Mhm.
of like they look cool.
Yeah.
And they need to be scary since the word scary is subjective. No, but that's what we're saying. Like, well, it's a horror game in name. Like, it's a spooky, but like it's not scary. We're like we're talking. I think we're thinking of like horror games in the sense that like I want something that's gonna make me feel like my heart tingle. I'm not sleeping well at night tonight.
If
You ever
anything,
watch,
it's
like, whatever-
if we're gonna think of it in like movie terms, it's a thriller game. Like,
yeah,
I'll agree there.
Yeah,
Like, that's
sure.
true.
yeah. But it's not the type of game where you play a couple games of DBD and then like you go to bed tonight and you'll be like, fucking Mike Myers coming up my asshole. I'm scared now.
I feel like it's a it's a what's the word? It's a gambling game. You go left or you go right.
Yeah.
You win or you lose. That's how it is to me. It's a 50-50
Yeah.
game. It's a coin toss game.
Yeah.
It's just a
When you were a
bunch of series.
kid, what do y'all ever watch a movie when you were a kid when you were like, I can't fucking sleep at night after watching this shit?
Yeah, it was Sinister. That
You were how old is that movie?
movie's old.
Sinister.
I was like
Is that
14, 15 when I watched that movie.
Man, I meant like kid.
Oh,
Like,
kid.
almost
No,
Yeah.
shit,
I've
man.
actually never seen it. I probably should watch it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Good movie night.
People are saying like this is the scariest scary movie ever.
I don't know about
but
that,
I don't believe it.
but it's
Well, I
pretty
think
good.
it's like they did like a study with like people's heart rates getting raised or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like I'm a little bit skeptical on that because there's no way there's gonna be scarier ones out there.
As a kid, like we're talking like 8 years old and shit. Give
So
me an
let's
age
say like
range.
sub 12.
Sub 12. Okay. Sub
So
12.
that's like
The
12
age
and
where
below,
you're
yeah.
still wetting your bed.
Age where you're not a teenager yet. Yeah, pretty much in that age range.
I'm still wet in my bed. What do you mean? It's just different kind of wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway,
You still
The Ring
checking
or
under
The
your bed for
Grudge. I didn't
monsters?
watch those when I was a kid.
yeah, I asked him to come up and come cuddle me. I need a queen and my queen.
Rub my feet while you're down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I
Had a
know for
long day.
me, it was like Predator and then like the Aliens movies terrified me when I was a kid.
I don't
That's
know,
not even
man.
that's more like thriller.
Yeah, but I was like fucking like 5 or 4. And my dad was like, "Hey, you want to watch a movie?" So,
I
so
think
to me, it was scarier.
I think
Like,
it might have
watched-
been.
I
let me
watched the
fucking
original
look.
Predator when I was really young and I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I watched it again when I was like 8, and I was like, fine. But when I was like really young, I was like, "This is fucking scary, man."
Okay, here's the thing. When I was a kid, I
It was like
refused to watch
wait,
it.
it was the Alien versus Predator one, I think. Also scared me.
Oh,
When
I
I was
love that
young.
movie. It's not a great movie, but it was just like
Alien versus Predator is like fun bad.
yeah, no, it's not a great movie, but like kid me was like, oh, this is so much eye candy.
You
This
know
is
what
great.
also scared me when I was a kid? The Flood in Halo. But I was also like fucking 3 or 4 years old playing that game, so it was like the
Was gonna
first time
say?
seeing the Flood in Halo definitely scared me.
I refused to watch like horror movies when I was a kid, because
Oh, so
like
you weren't even like fucking risking it. You were like, fuck
no,
that.
I didn't risk it because I was a pussy. But
No, I
like,
gotta respect that though. You were like, I'm not dealing with that shit.
yeah, I didn't want to. I was like, no, why would I do this to myself? That's terrible. But then,
Now I'm
as
like,
I grew older, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I'm like, oh, I like this feeling. It's like fake dying.
I like
I
watching
like this
horror
feeling.
movies to laugh at them. I love watching horror movies, but in the sense I view them all as like comedies.
I can't. Okay, well, I can. It depends on the mood. So like, and it depends like who if I'm watching with other people. If I'm watching by myself, I'm not trying to like watch a comedy and a horror movie. It's more just like,
Well, okay. I mean, like when you're watching it with like your friends.
yeah. If
That's
if
what
there's
fucking
if that's the
scared me.
vibe, then yeah, watch a shitty horror movie to see how like make fun of
I
it
don't
the
even
entire
watch it.
time.
Not just shitty ones. Even like the more like supposed to be scary ones. Sometimes you're watching those and they're like, these dumbasses over here.
I
I think
feel like
most
that's unintentional though. Like a lot of the horror movies just end up being comedies because it's just I don't
they
know,
have
it's the
like
writing or whatever.
Yeah.
it's gotta be the right because like half the characters are fucking inbred. Like they're just so dumb. It's like, yes, let me separate from the group, guys. Like, are you a fucking moron?
Because we were watching the what was it the it was not the Omen. What were we watching
What are you talking about?
When
at Tim's place?
oh, we watched Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Oh, I fell asleep during that.
And the part where the kid's just opening like the chest or whatever he finds like in the
Yeah.
underground buried chest. He's like, why the fuck would you open that?
Even like the characters in the movie, though, were like, "Are you fucking dumb?" Got his whole family killed for that dumb bitch. He deserved it. But yeah, like most horror movie villains, like they'd be dying, or not villains, but like most horror movie, like the protagonists die, and it's their fault. Like I want to say, like 7 times out of 10, it's their fault that they die. Maybe even 8 times out of 10. Either separating from the group or they're going places they don't belong.
I think
Like they're like, let's go hiking off trail. When they said it's dangerous around here, I'm gonna do that. It's like you deserve it at that point.
yeah. A demon like sound. Let's go check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, it's like, oh, you're the only person with a flashlight. Well, I have night vision eyes. I'm gonna walk by myself. It's like, okay, dipshit.
I think my
Like, what?
favorite ones, or not really movies, but like just like horror shows, for example, like Ghost Adventures. You guys ever watch those?
No.
Oh, I think it's fucking
Wait, Ghost
hilarious.
Adventures?
Ghost
The
Adventures with like those three
reality.
guys, like reality TV, like horror shows.
I never watched those.
I
But
did because I would watch them like I watched those when I was younger, when I was starting to get into horror more, because I was
I
like,
got bored.
oh,
I can never get into these ghost shows.
it's fucking funny.
yeah,
they're funny as fuck, dude. I'm telling you, it's funny because like you hear the sound on the right, and they're like, "What was that?" You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Like,
dude.
that's why I can never get into them. I think I've seen like parts of an episode, and I was like, "This is some stupid ass shit." And I left.
What's the word? They try too hard. There we go. They try
Yeah.
too hard to make it
It's
like
just over dramatic.
yeah. There's some YouTube channels that I
Nah.
follow that they do the same thing, but they're not over dramatic like that. They get to the point and they're interesting to watch because like they actually do some research and
Wait a second. Oh my god.
don't
That has
add like
nothing to
stupid
do
theme
with
music and
this.
shit.
It has nothing to do with this, but I just remember the show.
I think it's crazy how YouTube just kind of like you would take like one or two content creators and then they would take in a theme and then just make it way better than what we were used to seeing on TV, like the ghost hunting. Like
Yeah.
they would take that whole theme and topic and just like make it their own and just make it way better. So YouTube is just a way better
That YouTube
place now
channel, yeah. The
for
YouTube channel,
consuming
by the
content.
way, is
So
called Charm City Paranormal. If anybody's interested, it's pretty good.
why can't I remember the name of this? Do you guys? Holy shit! I found it. Did you guys ever watch Deadliest Warrior?
I didn't watch it, but I knew of it.
That show was pretty cool.
Isn't that a TLC show or something? No, it's a Spike show,
It
isn't
was,
it?
I think it was a Spike or History Channel. It was one of those two.
Deadliest
But
Warrior.
it was like
Sounds
they would
familiar.
basically have
yeah,
people
Spike
from
show.
like
Yeah.
people that were like really knowledgeable on one army or like type of people, like let's say pirates versus knights or something like that. And they'd have somebody really knowledgeable on knights and they would like do a bunch of stuff. They'd run the simulation, say like, oh, the knight would beat the pirate like 5 times out of 10 or like eight
Wait, why
times
does
out
that
of 10.
sound so familiar?
It was pretty good.
That
I
sounds
liked it.
familiar.
But then some people would be like, no, you're a fucking idiot. That's not how that really would work. I thought it was fun. They come up with some stupid ass scenarios. One of the scenarios they had like vampires versus zombies. So like they would come up with some stupid shit sometimes. It was
Can't
cool.
suck the blood of they only scrape and lick, bro. I don't know. You lose. Zombies win.
No, they actually had the vampire one. Because
Yeah.
vampires have like super speed and like the strength.
Yeah, and they
like
have
that.
a brain.
Yeah, but I think they put them against like a lot of zombies. It was like one vampire versus like I don't know, like 100 zombies or some shit.
If it was Walking Dead zombies, bro, like
no, you would just win.
you
I feel
just
like
win.
the Walking Dead zombies to me doesn't make sense. How those zombies always be like whooping people. I'm like they walk at like a fucking snail's pace. You deserve to die if you get caught by one of those.
Yeah. Like Zombieland zombies, they're pretty quick.
If you die
World
to
War
those,
Z
I
zombies,
understand. World War Z zombies, you don't stand a chance.
you don't stand a
In
chance.
like
It's
a
over.
1v1, you don't stand a chance. Because like the World War. Oh my god, did we say World War Z?
We said World War Z, but
I
are you
was thinking
thinking?
28 days later.
Yeah, I was thinking 28 Days Later
Those
too.
is what. Remember the dude? He got a little bit of spit in his eye and he transformed like 5 seconds.
We should
You don't
watch that
stand a
movie,
chance in
dude.
those.
We should watch that movie.
I think they're coming out with a new one in that
Yeah,
franchise.
they are.
Oh
They are.
yeah, I think
28
so.
years
28
later, right?
years.
28
yeah.
years later.
28
Yeah.
years later, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch the older ones first and then or rewatch them.
It's coming out.
There's no release date yet, right?
Oh, no release date yet. But they are. It's officially happening. So yeah.
That's one of my
Nice.
favorite franchises. The 28 weeks and 28 days later, I think are two really good zombie movies. 28 weeks later, not it's more actiony than 28 days later. But 28 days later is more of like that.
That's the horror one. That's the scary one.
Yeah, and then
Zombie
28
movies
weeks
are
later is like
typically
It's more actiony.
yeah, zombie movies are typically actiony, but these are like genuinely like horror, scary
Yeah.
zombie
Yeah.
movies.
These are scary
yeah,
zombies.
oh my god! I think one of my favorite scenes in a zombie movie is 28 weeks later when they use the fucking helicopter propeller blades to like chop the zombies up on the field. It
Yeah.
was so stupid, but it looks so cool. Oh my god. It's so dumb because you know that would never fucking work. They'd crash the helicopter in
Yeah.
like a heartbeat. Or like a little bit of zombie blood would get into the wrong part of the rotors and they die. But like it was worth it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm adding those on Plex right now.
Yeah, 20 days, 20 weeks. But World War Z also, those zombies you wouldn't survive either. Like there's just certain ones where like you wouldn't live. Anybody that does live, that's unrealistic. But there's other ones where it's like way too many people are dying. You sort of deserve it at that point.
Ones where they walk at a snail's pace, you're like, how did they all take out like our military, all of our
Yeah.
like
Man,
stuff like our police force with
Yeah.
guns?
I understand the
assault
initial
rifles.
like unsureness, I guess, because like
yeah, the
they
initial
don't know how
part,
to kill
maybe
them.
if you were to like be like, oh, they took out 20% of the population, I'd be like, okay, I can believe that. Tell me the Walking Dead zombies took out all of America. How many fucking tanks we have? We spend like 70% of our budget on the military. There's no way zombies win.
Something that can't shoot back at you is winning. Like,
Where we
is-
have like drones and jets.
We
where
could
you can
drone
airstrike.
strike all of a city in like probably an hour. There's no way the zombies would win. Like we would be like, oh no, we lost Los Angeles. It would be because our government blew it up. It would not be because of the zombies. Like
The zombies was an inside job.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think also like on the off chance that like the zombies were about to take over a city, we'd probably blow that city up and then like kill everybody that was trying to leave if they try to leave without getting tested first. There's no way that that shit would go down for real.
okay,
If it
yeah.
was Walking Dead zombies.
Okay, yeah. You don't. If that's true. Emily does say that if you die, you become a zombie. Yeah. In The Walking Dead, when you die, you become a zombie. Everybody's infected.
Yes.
But
the people aren't dying at that crazy of a rate. Like it's not like everybody's dying immediately.
I think that's also bullshit, Ronnie. Like, cause like even the smallest cut, bro, they fight zombies like tooth and nail, basically, and they still don't like.
Yeah, remember the one scene? Was it Tyrone that like he was in like he got out of the car and there was like 40 zombies around him and he somehow made it out with just a hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he can
There's
do that,
scratches on his shirt and blood everywhere. Like,
he didn't turn.
yeah.
So you can tell me that he could do that, but like some of these people can't take out one zombie. Just push it to the side. That little son of a bitch is gonna struggle to get back up, and you can just walk away. I get in the Walking Dead universe. If you die, you transform.
Yeah, but you don't get sick. So you only get sick if you get like scratched or bit.
Well, I think it's possible for almost all of America to be on. But I think that's different because this one it only transforms you if you get bit or if you die.
You only get sick if that happens. You
Yes, you only get
transform if you
sick
die, but
Yeah, you only get sick and yeah. So based off the Walking Dead rules, I don't think it would happen right away. I don't think it would happen like that. Because even with COVID didn't spread like to everybody. Like how many people realistically got infected? Was it the whole population?
COVID?
No, but a lot of people did.
Like
a lot of
a
people.
large percentage of the population, yeah.
COVID spread it did? Yeah, but COVID is also different. COVID was like a
That's an airborne illness.
The Walking Dead is like you gotta get bit. Or
You get
I
the
know it's in your
sickness,
blood.
yes.
Yes.
Everybody's infected, but
everybody's infected, but to get the sickness, you have to get bit or die.
yeah, to
and
show
then you
symptoms
change.
and stuff. Yeah.
So based off of that, I don't think that many people change. And if you know somebody's like I don't know, got like space AIDS and they're dying.
Yeah, if
soon,
people are dying, you would make the proper precautions after that.
yeah,
Like, you would
you'd be like, oh, that person's looking sick. I'm gonna shoot him.
or you could isolate them and watch them die, and then you could shoot them.
Okay, yes, you could also isolate.
Oh,
them.
you have a cough? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, but like if you're that scared of it, I'm just saying, like in the early days, fucking let it rip, baby, until you have this under control. Letting shots rip. Like I'm just saying, like to me, The Walking Dead doesn't make sense in that sense.
Yeah.
But I do like a good zombie thing, so like I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I like zombie
you gotta-
shows, even if they're stupid. Like,
even the
Except
the
there's one.
Romero ones, the Day of the Dead,
The old one? Walking
Yeah,
Dead?
the old
No,
one.
no, the
Shaun
Day
of the Dead?
yeah.
Or Night of the
No, not
Living
Shaun
Dead.
of the Dead.
Shaun of
Night
the
of the
Dead is a good
Living Dead.
movie.
Night of the
Yeah,
Living
there you
Dead.
go. Some of the old ones, yeah, and then even the remake that they did that, it's also pretty cool.
There is one zombie movie that you should never watch. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Black Summer.
Why shouldn't we watch it?
It's dog shit.
That's fair. There's a lot of dog shit. Like
There are a lot of dog
Horror
shit
Bro,
movies out
just
there.
you don't have to watch it. I'm just telling you right now. I watched it. It's dog shit.
I mean, it's just a numbers game when you have enough people get sick. But like, the issue is how they get sick in a zombie thing, because every zombie thing has different rules of how people get sick.
Yeah, there's different.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's just like
they
the
all-
tiniest little drop of blood gets into your stream, and then you turn. Or if
And
you
some
die,
of them you turn in like days. Some of them you turn instantly. Like World
Yeah.
War Z and
It's like 14 seconds
20
in World War Z, right?
yeah, it's something like it was something like that. It was like 14-second World War Z, and then in 28 days later, it's like pretty much the same amount. of shit. Like, it was,
Instantly,
like, under a
yeah.
minute.
Basically instantly.
How did they do it in I Am Legend? Was it like
I Am
that? Black?
Legend.
It was a slow. It wasn't a slow process. Like it was, you would get like bit, and then
Well, they weren't
you
zombies
would turn
in
in
that one, right?
like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? I can't remember.
It was fast,
I think so.
It was
Yeah.
but
faster.
that one was that zombies?
That was
Because weren't they
zombies.
more
Yeah,
like
They were kind of yeah. They were
no?
like
But they died of like sunlight, don't they?
they were.
Weren't
Yeah,
they
they
more
turned
like
in,
vampires?
they turned into like vampire zombies, something
yeah,
like
they were
that.
Yeah, they're like
vampire
mixed.
zombies. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, they were more like ghouls.
Yeah.
Didn't they actually nuke a town in that movie?
You know, eventually you can get up there with those numbers. That don't die is a funny sound.
On a
I'm Legend
smaller
of Expo.
scale, Quarantine's a good movie
Quarantine's also a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
where they isolate
The building.
the source of it in the building.
Yeah.
I think
And
realistically that's the way it would go down most of the time.
That's a good horror movie. That's a good horror zombie
yeah,
movie.
because like the government was quick to jump on it, so they it didn't have a chance to spread, so they just were willing to risk all the lives in the building to just keep it contained.
Yeah.
That wasn't like your typical like AIDS or like zombie disease. That was just like that was rabies in that movie.
Rabies. Yeah, that was rabies.
But I think that's the
That's where
same
it
thing
started.
as 28 Days Later's rabies
Yes, that's
as well.
rabies.
Well, they call it the rage virus.
Wasn't it AIDS in 28 Days Later?
No, it's rage, but it's rabies basically. It's
Yeah,
like
it was
turbo
basically
rabies.
rabies. Turbo rabies.
It was like that's what I'm saying. Like to me, like most zombie things would end up where like the government would be like, "Oh, that town is turning into zombie," because realistically, they would know whatever fucking cracked out disease probably got released like that if it was man made. Like let's say in 28 Days Later, where it was a man made thing. As soon as they find out that lab got broken, they're nuking the area. They're bombing it. Let's be realistic. That's the way most zombie things would end. It would be like 3 days, and then everything's getting fucking bombed, carpet bombed.
Damn.
I mean, did they
Yeah.
sort of did that in The Walking Dead, but they didn't really commit to carpet bombing
The
the entire
napalm
cities.
strike. That's it.
Yeah, we would bomb it. Realistically, the U.S. would bomb it all.
Yeah, realistically, they would just like isolate the area that it's in, like
As best as
evacuate
they could.
evacuate as best as they could, like shut it down, just like quarantine, hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Only let like the for sure unsick people go and then just bomb the rest.
Yeah, they would set up a perimeter. You'd have to prove that you're fine, and everybody else getting sky high.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Dude, 28 Days Later is so good. I gotta rewatch that shit, man. That's the
I
best
think
zombie movie.
probably. I think the
Mm.
planes. What Emily's saying though, the zombies from
Walking
The
Dead?
Last of Us would make
Oh.
sense because that one, at least in the game, was a breathing in thing.
Yeah, that one would be.
So that would make sense for like the everybody would go down because like how are you gonna beat
Mm.
funguses?
Yeah.
Like you're breathing in spores.
Yeah, there's different kind of zombies for different things. Like, I just don't
Okay,
understand. Like,
People
well,
are most
The Walking Dead ones were
vectors
like-
are spread- I should have. I don't have faith in
I
the
don't
government
know.
shutting down everything. I mean, I'm not talking about the government shutting down everything. I'm talking about the government bombing everything. Those are two different things. I just don't think that they would risk it. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying, Marty?
I was saying that the Walking Dead zombies are just. I just cannot fathom. Again, it was a different time. So that was like what? 10 years ago? It was like 12, 13 years ago?
We had drones 10 years ago. We've had drones for years.
Drones could kill you. But like, if we're, I guess in an entertainment standpoint, it doesn't really matter. But like, if we're talking about
It is
realistically,
entertainment. If we're looking about it realistically, the Walking Dead
Realistically,
zombies would
The
never
Walking
make
Dead-
it out of whatever city they first started in. Would have been the last city they were in.
yeah, but
What's worth a good watch too is The Girl with All the Gifts. That's a good
Girl with All the
zombie
Gifts?
movie.
Oh
Girl
wait, I
with
think I've
all the-
seen stuff from that.
Where she's like infected and she's like half zombie-ish kind of.
I've never heard of this.
I've seen something from that. I
That's
didn't
worth a
watch
watch,
it.
definitely.
Isn't it like a teacher goes into that, like a new teacher, and she doesn't understand that the kids are like
No,
infected?
because the kids are all infected. Like it's pretty
No,
clear
but like
because
the
they're all
teacher
strapped
didn't know
down.
that they were all infected, or like she was trying to.
So they're all half zombie and they're trying to learn.
They're like half zombie kids, and
But
then
they're trying to
they're
rehabilitate them.
well, no, they're like they're like still teaching them like school like stuff because they're like in their like age 10 or whatever, so they still need to be schooled. So they hire like teachers from the government to just come in and teach, and then without spoiling it, I think They try to escape, but they're obviously like on government surveillance and lockdown
Yeah.
in the beginning, so they're being monitored, and I think they're trying to like harvest them for like a cure to see because they're like half zombies, so they're like almost finding like the cure to it. Is like the premise, but it's worth a watch. I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's when I watched it, it was pretty good.
We'll give it a dabble.
All right.
I think I've seen like YouTube videos going over it.
Got an
Worth the
85
watch.
on Rotten Tomatoes. Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's a UK movie.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do have
for sure.
accents. Yeah,
The real question: do they have guns?
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Let's go. You guys ever watch? Speaking of British, you guys ever watch? Oh my god, what's it called? It's Attack the Block or something like that. Attack the Block was a pretty good movie. It was basically like aliens landed in the UK in an apartment area.
Is that a comedy movie or a horror movie?
Uh, it's like a mix.
Okay. Like scary movie.
Yeah, it's like there's like some joking in it, but it's like supposed to be scarier. I think.
Right.
I think there was supposed to be a sequel at one point, but it never came out.
Oh man, I would kill for a good horror movie right now. I want to watch 28 Days Later now. The Dead Don't Die, isn't that like the one with Selena Gomez? I think that's the
Dead
one
Don't
with
Die.
Selena Gomez. The Dead Don't
Oh, it
Die.
looks like it has Selena Gomez in it. What is
Yeah.
this? I've never seen it.
I've seen clips of it, and I'm like, damn, Selena, you looking fine as hell, as always. But yeah, let's do another movie night.
We can.
What do you guys
Haven't
wanna
done one in a
watch?
Oh, I'm down to watch 28 Days Later too.
I bet we'll do that.
while. Yeah, pick a day. What?
Next week.
Sure.
Want to do Sunday or Monday?
Let's see what day we potentially do the other thing, and then we pick.
Oh, the other thing is that you want to do that
Yeah.
that soon?
I was gonna say soon. I don't know. I don't want to wait too long before I forget about it.
You're not gonna forget about it.
I'm gonna forget.
Just write it
I'm gonna
down.
forget. Should we announce it?
Put in a post-it note. Write it now.
Do I know the other thing?
Yeah. No, I don't think he does.
Do we
Did you,
say it?
did you tell him?
No.
Should we say it?
think we should say
Man,
it.
they're leaving me out, chat.
Me and Marty are gonna host a little poker night tournament. Not tournament, but like
Just a
with
poker night.
prize.
Yeah.
A poker night worth a prize.
Damn, that's
When you grab a
illegal. We're gonna
smoker.
shut you down.
All right, buddy, then you're not invited. How about that? Fucking narc.
I was thinking. We just play until you bust, right? Like.
Yeah, play until you bust.
Yeah.
Until everybody busts.
Damn,
Until one
I
person.
bust early.
Yeah. Tim Decky does like to bust early.
I would say like we probably give everybody a decent amount of chips so we can go for at least like an hour,
Yeah.
an hour and a half. And then it would be we invite like a group of friends, do like an hour and a half poker, depending on however long it goes. Like if it goes faster, it goes faster. If it goes longer, it goes longer. I'm sure some people will do some stupid shit for the entertainment part of it.
Yeah.
But go all in on some stupid ass cards.
And then end up winning.
Yo, that would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna go in on a little cash prize. Not really cash prize, like a gift card prize.
Yeah.
How's that gonna go down? Are you gonna use
We're looking into options.
like are you gonna like use your webcam to deal or use a software?
Oh,
We'll
software.
probably use a game, like a game.
game.
We'll use a
yeah.
game. So we'll either do. Marty was thinking of either tabletop sim, or we might do a different thing to do it.
Yeah, maybe
I
like
don't know
some
if everybody
online
has
browser
tabletop
or
sim or
something.
not, but yeah, we would figure out a way to play some poker. We invite some peoples. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tabletop
everybody's
sim would
on
be pretty
poker
cool because I
edition.
think Tabletop sim already has a poker thing into it, but I'm sure there's like some mods or like workshop maps or whatever. I guess I don't know what they're called in the game, but I'm sure there's some workshop thing where it makes it a lot easier. Because the way I was looking at in Tabletop sim, it looked kind of complicated. There's a lot of buttons you gotta press, and a lot of shit that you gotta like figure out on your own. And I'd rather it teach you.
To buy tabletop sim Steam key is $20 on G2A, but the Steam gift global is $5.
What is Steam gift? Oh, do you have to like add somebody and then they invite you or add you or whatever? I had to
I
do
don't know
that
what it
once.
is. What is a Steam gift?
I think you have to like add someone. It's like a bot and then it gives it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like an extra step.
Yeah. It's like getting it for with an extra step. I don't really
I'll
get
do that
how
then.
I don't
I
remember
haven't
I
owned
remember
it,
how it
so I'll
works.
probably
It's
do
been a
that.
while.
But yeah, we'll be doing that hopefully within like the next week or two.
If we do tabletop sim, I can figure something out. We'll figure out like a way. We can Google it. Like there's a bunch of options, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're thinking
Either way,
about that.
that is, we're gonna invite the people out as soon as we pick a day, or like we'll probably have like 2 or 3 days as options, and then we'll figure out which one works for all the peoples.
Texas Hold'em poker specifically, right?
Yes, we'll be doing Texas Hold'em. For those that don't know, that's you hold 2 cards, and then the dealer deals out 3, and then 1, and then 1. So there's like 5 in the
Texas
middle.
Hold'ees.
5 on the river.
Yeah. And then yeah, I asked Emily if she knew how to play poker, and she was like, sort of. I'm like, that's easy money right there. I'm gonna rinse Emily out, rinse Marty out as well.
Look,
gonna pick
I'm
all the-
playing poker now, man. So what if I get good and you just can't handle me?
Or you were playing yesterday, you were like, oh, I think I only need 4 cards for a flush, and I was like, sure you do.
No, I didn't say 4.
No, somebody said 4, and I was like, no, it's 5. You need 5 for a straight or a flush.
Yeah, you need 5 for
Oh,
each.
then
The
you
only
guys
time
were
you
trying
need
to.
4 is 4 of a kind. What's up?
Then you guys were talking about like some. What is it? You guys would be like, ah, 3 of a kind. I was like, that's a full house, baby. They got 2 cards on the thing.
Oh man, I got fucking clapped earlier too. Some guy had a
Yeah.
fucking aces straight. I think he got like a straight, but with like ace being the top one. Like holy shit. Or not
Ace high
ace,
straight?
a king. Sorry, ace straight would
King
be
high straight.
a fucking royal flush.
No. Royal flush
Royal
is
Flush
one
is the
that.
same suit, the same in a straight,
Oh,
Yeah,
but like all face cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the royal flushes. Like you have the ace high on that. Then you can have a straight flush, which is just any 5 in a row as long as they match the suit as well. But the royal flush specifically is like you said, it's all face cards.
The odds of a Royal Flush is like almost impossible.
Yeah.
It's crazy odds.
Yeah, but if you get it, it's a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
much.
mean, yeah, that beats everything. Guaranteed.
What are the odds of you getting a royal flush but in the middle?
What?
Like on the
Like-
river?
Yeah. So like Texas Hold'em, you have the 5 cards in the middle of the river, right? What are the odds of that?
Though
being the fucking
he's
royal
saying
flush?
the royal flush being on the river. On the 5
Oh.
cards that are set. I
Well,
think
yeah, the odds of
that's
that,
it's probably
that
the
would
same
be-
odds as like you getting a royal flush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fucking low.
Let's do the, well, I
That's-
mean there's math for that, but I'd rather not figure
I'm
that
not
out.
doing it. That's
Yeah.
a lot, man. I'm not doing numbers. I'm just thinking.
But
In other
But yeah.
news, the Juice died.
who?
The juice. Oh yeah, OJ.
Oh yeah, Juice Man.
OJ.
OJ fucking died. The memes have been
Was
so
that tweet
fucking hilarious.
real?
What?
So I don't know. I saw this on Twitter like right before he died that he said, "Yeah, I did that shit."
Oh
And
shit.
then he died, and then the tweet got deleted.
I doubt
Like this-
that's real.
I
I'd
was
need to
looking
see
around.
like an actual video of him saying
Because
it.
people are saying that he confessed.
No way.
His only confession was when he wrote the book, and then like he pretty much had insider knowledge on pretty much everything that actually went down. That wasn't actually like you'd have to be the killer to know. That
Wait, hold
was
on.
pretty much
How did he die?
Cancer.
Oh yeah, cancer. Okay.
I think yeah, he's known to have it for a while, and he's like, if you go on his Twitter, he's not in good condition. I think he was like,
OJ, he's looking up at us right now.
Yeah, he really is looking
yeah,
up at us right
looking
now.
up. But yeah, I think he knew it was coming soon. But people
Probably.
are saying he confessed. I don't know if that's confirmed or not.
I wouldn't believe that unless I literally saw like video evidence of him
Holy shit.
specifically doing it.
He got
What?
acquitted, right? You're looking at Dick or
Yeah,
something?
he got it. Yeah,
Oh gee, I was just joking.
it was on Twitter. It was an article, a fake article, and I opened it. It was just a big,
A big
penis.
swinging dick.
yeah.
That's why you don't open Twitter on stream, bro.
I do
Open
not.
Twitter. Opening Twitter anywhere where somebody else might see, it's a fucking risk. That's why I open up OnlyFans when I'm on stream. That's actually every time I go to look at something else, it's just OnlyFans.
Good stuff.
Imagine.
Or those
Speaking
tweets
of
where it's
movies.
like, I've never seen anybody good wear this before, or I never seen anybody rock the shit out of this outfit.
Yeah. God, those are. I know those are always bait, but I always look through them to see if
I just
something's
gotta
genuine.
see,
Okay.
bro. I just have to see. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a primal instinct, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Red Lobster's filed for bankruptcy. I think Jess said that earlier. I didn't read it.
Yeah, but that one's like I looked at it. It's not that interesting. They're just
Okay.
gonna try to pay down the debt. They're gonna be able
Never
to stay
had Red
open.
Lobster.
So basically, they were like TLDR for that. Red Lobster's gonna file for Chapter 11, which is they're gonna work with their debtors that way they can pay down the debt, but they can stay open. I was hoping it was like Red Lobster's gonna go down because that would have been more interesting to be like, what'd you guys do without Red Lobster in your life?
Don't
I've
never
never had
been.
it, so
I've
I
never
wouldn't
been.
miss.
I
You've
wouldn't
never
be
been
missing
to Red
out.
Lobster? Red
Nope.
Lobster, okay, Red Lobster's food is overpriced and it's fine. It's fine food. It's not good. It's not bad.
I don't eat
But
seafood like
those
that.
Red Lobster cheddar biscuits fucking slap. Those things
People
are
always
god
say
tier.
that about
gotta
the
try 'em.
fucking biscuits.
You can buy the
I guess I
biscuits
gotta
and make at
try it.
home. You can make them at
It probably
home.
wouldn't be the same.
No, they are. Becca makes them. They're really good.
They're the same as the restaurant.
Pretty much. Yeah, because like they're not like the frozen ones. Like you make them. I think.
Oh,
I think
so
she
like
makes them.
they're like the
Or are they
Pillsbury, like
frozen?
in the
Now I gotta
can
ask her.
thing.
I think so. I could be wrong. Well, I can
Oh,
ask her. I can investigate for you. But you can pretty much make them at home, so you're fine.
Decky. Godzilla minus one's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be on
Where?
Prime soon.
Yeah.
May 3rd.
Okay, hear me out. That's
It's
okay.
official.
Hear
It's
That's like
official.
3 weeks from
It's
now.
okay. It's okay.
Godzilla minus
Uh,
one movie
I'm down for
night.
that. I'm down for
I
that.
think Godzilla minus one is one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time. Like it's really that good.
It's on a Friday. Wait, long, short. Fuck, it's a long week too. God damn it.
I
the
didn't choose
movie.
it. I
I
can't
don't
say it.
know. It's taking them so long. May, because that movie came out in like November, December.
I think that it took long because didn't they re-release it or like do something special after they won the awards?
I don't know. If
I
they
think
did,
they
I
did.
wouldn't have
I
known
think that there
about
was a
that.
reason that it took longer. I could be wrong. But that movie was so good to me. To me, it was very good. Those
Like,
certain
what are the
plot points
rest of the
that
people that want to
there were
see it?
plot points that pissed me off, but I'm gonna spoil it. After you guys watch it, you'll probably be able to guess what made me mad.
Probably.
By
I
like
gotta wait to watch it.
yeah.
Like
To wait a
two,
little bit.
3 weeks. Damn.
It's 2.5 weeks. No big deal. We can wait, Decky.
Doom 2 is out already, like on digital. You can watch that whenever.
Oh, that's true.
That movie
But
came
that's
out like
different
last
though.
month.
It's because like they have like this stupid agreement with like Godzilla, the other Godzilla company.
Doom 2 came out a month and a
What?
half ago, and that's already on digital.
I need to. I want to start watching the other Godzilla movies too, the ones American ones. I haven't watched them in forever.
The old ass
What?
goofy ones from like the 60s?
No, like the more recent ones.
Oh, the Godzilla with the Godzilla versus Kong and
You
all
have to
that.
watch the King of the Monsters or whatever it was,
They're on
and you have to
Plex.
watch the Godzilla versus Kong. And I have to watch the new one, the Godzilla X Kong, where they fucking or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're fucking.
Yeah.
I need to watch that right now.
Yeah. I think Godzilla movies, like the American ones, are just stupid fun ones. But like the old, like no, it's Godzilla minus one is like more on like the oh Godzilla's a fucking monster.
Yeah. Shin Godzilla is good. If you guys
I
haven't
need to
seen that.
watch that one.
That
it looks
one
good.
I'm gonna watch that.
is
That's on my
good.
list.
That one's good.
That's on my list too.
You guys need to watch that one. I watched that and I was like, dude, this is insane.
Isn't that like a more horror one as well?
It's
Right?
more horror-esque, yeah. But it's a commentary on like the Japanese government too, and how badly they like react to natural disasters and stuff like earthquakes, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, that would be more interesting to like the regular person than just like a action Godzilla movie where they're just terrorizing the town.
No, yeah, it's definitely like a commentary, and that's why I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
My brother explained it to me. He was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this and that." I was like, "Oh shit, really?"
I think the Japanese Godzilla movies are normally more like not all of them. Some of them are fucking stupid. Like you see some of the older ones, like some of them are really fucking dumb.
Yeah, there's this
For
one
the
that
most
Logan
part,
showed me.
Godzilla was supposed to be like commentary,
Yeah.
and the American version's more like what Godzilla fucking beat the shit out of stuff right now. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm fine to watch that. Like, I'm fine with both though. Like, sometimes you just need that fucking monkey brain itch where you're like, I just want to see giant monsters punching other giant monsters with laser breath.
Yeah.
Like, like that's like a what, Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim story.
Mm.
Don't even ask me.
Oh
I
yeah, but it
just
was
saw
badass to
giant-
watch that shit.
Yeah, what was the story? God knows. I saw giant robots punching giant monsters
Yeah,
with freight
dude,
ships.
that shit was sick.
Yeah, we need the Pacific Rim needs more movies like that too. I don't even know. I never watched the second one. I need to.
I only watched the
but,
first
like,
one.
There's a
I
second
watched
one.
it in theaters too.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't watch the first one in theaters.
I watched
but,
the
like,
first one in theaters.
Pacific Rim. It's like there's some part of your brain that like just wants to see giant robots punch shit.
Yeah,
Same
punch
thing as like
monsters.
fucking the Transformers movies. Were the stories good? No. Did I get to see giant robots beating the absolute fuck out of each other? Yes.
I didn't watch that one.
And you don't watch the Transformers movies?
None of them.
None of them.
It's fucking.
You gotta watch the first one at least.
Do I?
I'd say
I don't
the
have to,
first
do
one.
I?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty good. And
it's
then,
worth it.
yeah, especially because they're doing the crossover with G.I. Joe and Transformer.
Let's watch the Matrix.
Matrix is pretty good.
Oh, there's a new Planet of the Apes movie coming out.
Yeah, my dad's
Another
excited
one?
for that.
Yeah,
What do you mean another one?
God
They release
damn.
those like once every couple years.
those are actually not that bad. It's not just
Isn't the story good for those?
it's a good story. Yeah,
I just can't get committed to the long fucking watch times. Those things are like 3 hours. I think
yeah, but they keep it interesting.
the first one of the remakes was pretty cool. That was the last one I watched, or the second. I think I watched the first one of the remakes and then the second one after that. But I had watched the original. Did you guys ever watch the original Planet of the Apes movies?
No, I didn't
The
watch the
older
older
one.
ones.
I watched like all of the old ones when I was younger. My dad had me watch them. I was like, oh, they're pretty good.
I heard they're good.
They're good. I don't know if they hold up the test of time in terms of visual fidelity, but some you could definitely tell it's just people in monkey outfits. But the movies themselves aren't bad story wise. I don't know. Anyway, Marty.
What's up, man?
Oh wait,
Is it that time?
wait. Before that time, did you guys see? I know Marty doesn't care, but
I always care whatever you think about.
Johnny, Somali, and Neon both got like arrested.
Oh yeah, I don't care about
In
those
different
guys.
countries. So you just don't. You're like, I care what you have to say to him, except for
I have
that.
to care about. I care about what you say, not about those people. I
Wait,
honestly
what?
didn't care what you said when you sent that. When you sent that topic in our chat, I was like, I don't care.
What was this that he got arrested? He's facing up to like a year in prison over there because he was recording without permits.
That guy's a dipshit. Man.
Damn. Oh, in Dubai, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking.
he
They
was
don't fuck
recording.
around over there.
They broke a couple laws, and then he was like, "There's no way to get caught. You're a fucking idiot." I would never mess with Dubai of all countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very strict.
That's like extremely
Like
dumb.
you can't like even like cuss in public. Like that's a crime there.
Yeah, that and like, don't they have rules about how women have to behave, and his girlfriend's just doing whatever the fuck she wants? It's like,
Yeah, women have like no
I'm not
rights in Dubai.
agreeing with those laws, but if you go to a country with those laws and you do stupid shit, you sort of get what you deserve.
I hate his face, man.
That's probably
Yeah.
why people watch them.
I think he doesn't you buy a lot and like clip farm.
Look for him for sure because I see a bunch of his clips when I don't try to go out of my way to go watch those, but they just show up.
Either way, I think Johnny Somali. I don't know that guy. I hope he just gets fucking. I don't even know what. I don't know how to word that. He's the guy that was harassing people in Japan and then got kicked out of the country, and then whatever godforsaken reason he decided to mess with people in Israel while they're at war.
Oh, isn't he the reason that they're not allowed to go into that one district?
In Japan? Yes.
Yeah, dude, that is so
Yes.
stupid.
Yeah, that guy. I think he's getting kicked out of Israel. He's getting deported, and he's going back to like LA or
Arrested
something.
for sexually assaulting a police officer during
Who
the
is?
protest. Johnny Somali.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Brother.
Yeah, but I think he's getting deported.
Brother.
I'm like, why would you go to a country at war and then cause problem? You're like sort of asking for it at that point. like regardless of how you feel about either side, you wouldn't go to either side and start causing problems, and then not expected to get hit with fucking the police being up your ass.
The new age of content farming.
It is.
Yeah, just going to
I'm
jail.
surprised he's not banned though, because he's literally breaking laws.
Yeah, but
Where does he stream?
Kick probably, right?
He's either on Kick or he's on Rumble. It's one of those two.
Rumble is relevant.
I don't know
No.
any Rumble streamers. Isn't like Corinna on Rumble or something?
I have no idea.
That's the only
Either way.
person I would know. But
Yeah, Kick literally lets their streamers break the law on live and doesn't ban them.
wasn't Rice on Rumble?
He might be. I think if you break laws on Twitch, right, you get banned, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to.
So like, why don't other content services do that? Like,
Because
like if you're
Kick's
breaking
trying desperately
laws,
to not to be like Twitch.
I guess. Like I get like if you want to be like, oh, I'm edgier than Twitch, but like within the confines of the law, please. Like,
I don't even
so
think
I
they
do
care
need
about that.
certain
They don't have
numbers.
like advertisers to like please to anyways, so
I guess.
it's just like they don't really give a shit what their creators do
Why do
or
you say
how
that
much trouble they get
Rice
in.
and Sneeko are on Rumble? Fucking Sneeko. Makes sense he would be in that cut platform.
Oh yeah, they
What?
give Sneeko a deal. I think it was like 100K.
That's it.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. Because when he
Well, okay,
announced
I know
that,
that's 100K is a lot of money.
no, yeah, but for like a contract to like exclusively stream on a platform,
Yeah, people be
I-
getting like what was XQC's? Wasn't it like a fucking
100
$100
million.
million? Like
He got a
I would
shit
hope.
ton of money, bro.
I'm not saying that he
Yeah,
has to ask for like at least for a couple $100,000 or like $1 million.
it might have been like 1 or 200 grand, but like
I'm not trying to
Sneeko,
like
like he's a
he's
higher up
well
name.
known.
He's not like XQC, but like he's well known enough to like negotiate probably a better deal than a couple 100K.
I think it's still stream. Oh yeah, because XQC can still stream on Twitch. XQC got paid 100 mil to not be exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
I think that was planned out though. I think it's just to steal Twitch viewers.
Yeah, because even though he's not exclusive to Twitch, now he at least streams on Kick. Cause those, not that there'll be no reason for him to stream on Kick, but like that gives him a reason to be over there.
Yep.
And he is one of the biggest streamers. You know, whether or not you like his content's up to you. That's an individual thing. I know Puma fucking loves that
Puma
shit.
loves that, man.
I personally
Could care
prefer
less.
Kesha. If I'm gonna watch somebody that's like XQC, I'd rather watch Kesha.
I don't even know who the fuck Kesha is.
Kesha?
I know the
singer?
artist.
The league, is it Kesha? It's something like that. Kesha, but
Well,
he's like
you'd rather watch Sketch.
Sketch is nothing
yeah,
like
I
XQC
would rather
though.
watch that. No, but like
Is he
Kesha,
not?
he's like
No.
no. So the guy I'm thinking of, he's the guy that plays Nunu in League, but he's like,
Oh, that guy.
yeah, that guy.
guy.
You know what I'm talking about.
I
He
know who you're
looks
talking
sort of
about.
like XQC,
He does
but
kind of
he's
look like him.
He's mentally unhinged.
Yeah, he screams into
But
the mic and shit.
if I wanted to watch one of them, I'm picking him.
Never heard of that guy.
You've
Kesha?
probably seen a clip of his.
He's just playing League and he does like new
He's on-
clips.
He's on Twitch.
Yeah, he's on Twitch.
Sketch is funny though.
Ke-
Sketch is
Kesha
actually funny.
EUW?
That's fucking hilarious. What'd you say?
Kesha EUW?
Yes. I like him. Him,
Oh.
I watch Dante's and Tyler One and Nello. Every League streamer I watch them with volume off though. I watch him for the gameplay. Gosu.
Gosu, yeah.
I
But he
don't
doesn't.
care for
He
league
used to never
content.
talk back then, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
He doesn't really talk that much now.
Yeah, he'll say like, "Oh shit," and that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, oh, we're fucking dudes. That's pretty much it.
GG go next.
I swear to God, Yosu, like, oh, we're fucking dudes.
He doesn't say anything, dude. When he started like his mic, when he started talking, it was like weird. I was like, go
I love
back.
Yosu's goated.
Yeah, go to
He, like anybody that I watch a lot of League streamers still, but it's like if I'm watching them, it's volume off, and it's like just to see, you know. What they're
I
doing,
watch
like,
Cutie, but I listen to Cutie. I have his volume on because he's funny.
But you like Cutie as a streamer. I don't
I
like
like him as a
Cutie.
streamer.
Like he's not for me. It's not I don't like Cutie. Like he's just not for me.
I
Like
think
his
he's
content's
funny.
not for me.
His chat interaction's hella funny. He roasts the shit out of people.
That reminds me. Is Jinxie still fighting like an all-out fucking war between him and his old friends now?
I don't know. I
There
didn't
was
know
like
any
a
of the
Jinxie.
controversy there.
So there was like controversy with Jinxie because for those who don't know, a lot of people give him shit because his girlfriend does OnlyFriends.
Okay.
What? Jinxie's rich though.
Yeah. And so recently there was a thing where he had like a thing where he 1v1 somebody for like $1,000 and he lost. But the guy shared an old clip from like a year and a half ago. And it was that guy showing a promo code for his thing, but on Jinxie's girlfriend's boobs before they were dating.
Oh, she was a creator before they started dating.
Yes, she's been a creator. So yeah. A lot of people I don't get like for whatever reason, people give so much shit to the girls that do OnlyFans. I'm like, they're still people.
Yeah, bro.
And if like it's their relationship, like why do you care?
Yeah, it's none of your business, bro.
Yeah. Every time I see TikTok clips from Jinxie, or like that situation, people are like, oh, I'm ready for the downfall of Jinxie. He deserves it because his girlfriend is OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
I'm like, the dude still gets like 90K viewers. There is no downfall of Jinxie anytime soon.
People are saying he bots though, doesn't he? Or don't they?
No, because he showed. I saw somebody going over. It might have been XQC or something going over Jinxie viewer count to like chatter amount, and like he has like a lot of chatters, so like I don't think he bots. Because people said that he bought it and that Kaisenat bought it, but then like they both proved that that wasn't true, or like pseudo proved it wasn't true.
Why would they need to even prove that? They're making money. Like, who cares?
Also, yeah, if somebody's view botting to that level, if they weren't actually that funny, their chat wouldn't move. They would just have the bots.
Yeah.
But these Jinxie and fucking Kaisenat chats move at fucking Mach 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm 98% certain that that's a real chat. It's like, because like you watch a big streamer and their chat don't move, you're like, that's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
But like, you got like 90 viewer chat movement on a fucking 10K viewer stream. Like that's a little bit weird. But yeah, I don't know. Jinxie drama doesn't make sense to me. Because like, realistically, if I had a girlfriend and like let's say somebody like she had relations with somebody before, that's in her past and we're dating, that's fine. But if the dude started posting pictures of her fucking titties, I would be like, what are you doing?
True.
Didn't one of Kaisenat's girlfriends like leak his meat?
Did they? I gotta go look this up.
They posted.
I don't know about that, but
Oh no,
there was a little
took a
bit of
picture.
there was like
Or
some
you saw it?
NDA
here we go.
some NDA
Kaisenat
thing.
threatens to sue OnlyFans model who leaked his private photos and messages.
He
Damn.
took a picture of like laying next to him in his bed, and he was like naked.
Yeah. So he threatened to sue them. But the Kaisenat one, I think that was funny because I think like he bought. Was this the one where he bought the website and all the stuff related? So if you look her up, it just goes to the website of proving her wrong.
Yeah. He bought
That
all
was fucking,
That's based.
he bought all the domains and stuff.
that was actually fucking
Nice.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was controversy, but I saw him saying, "I bought all the websites that prove you wrong, bitch," and I was like, "That's actually kind of funny."
Kind of a smart move, Loki.
It is a smart move.
Yeah.
That's hella smart. Now anybody looks it up, that's the first thing they're gonna see.
Yeah.
That's petty but based. I respect it.
No,
Hey
but like,
man,
if
you
somebody
gotta
comes for you
disclose the
first, you
allegations,
can be-
man.
Yeah, you gotta retaliate. I mean, I respect it. Like you can retaliate however you want, but
Yeah.
that's
If somebody
That's a
fires
banger
shots
way to
first,
do it.
whatever you fire back.
a lot of effort
Within
to put
reason,
into
don't break
to
no
be all
laws
that.
firing back. Anyways, all right, Marty. Now's the time. Whip it out.
All
We're
right.
now in full.
He told me I should do it next time on the pod, so I'll whip it out. I'm just joking. Anyway, there's a couple of Adas we got this week, but this one's kind of lame. There's one that's controversial, and the other one's kind of lame. You guys want to do the lame?
Controversial, like it's controversial, or controversial, like we're gonna argue.
Controversial, like
Split? Like split decision?
yeah. It's the channel is called Two Hot Takes, so
Oh, it's not an Ada?
it's not an Ada, no. But you can like kind of like argue there.
Oh, I didn't find one of the other things this week. I'll try for next week.
There's this one thing, but the other one's an Ada that is kind of dumb. But or not dumb. I'm pretty sure it's bullshit. But all right, I'll just start with the boring one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend over a video call while having sex? Okay, this might be theatrical, but it's true. Me and my boyfriend were together for 3 years, but recently I found out that for the past whole year he had been cheating on me with a mutual acquaintance. That other girl didn't know that my boyfriend was still committed to me and was under the impression that we had broken up already. She got to know about me being the girlfriend though through another mutual friend, and when she got to know about this, she reached out to me first before going to my boyfriend and taking up the matter with him. I was heartbroken initially and felt like a fool. It had been over a year since this had been going on, and so I decided to take revenge. After a week of mourning and ignoring my pathetic boyfriend, I decided to dump him in a drastic fashion. I reached out to one of my exes, one of the more decent ones, who was available at the time and was in town. I called him over to hook up, and while we were at it, I video called my boyfriend to break the news. He was flabbergasted, but I definitely cherished the look on his face. But since then, I've wondered that I was no better than him, maybe, and that I shouldn't have pulled this off. I'm confused.
That is stooping to his level, but that's kind of based.
Just basic stuff. Okay, hear me out. I
That's
hate
crazy.
she's busy little bro ones, like, 'cause that's always brutal for the other person. But
That
if he
is
cheated
brutal.
First, if he cheated first, that's on him.
Oh man, she stooped to his level though, and video called him, bro. Like, holy fuck, that is crazy. Sounds like
I
a
don't think she
synopsis of a Brazzers
was that
video.
was that an Ada?
That was an Ada, yeah. Is she an
I don't think
asshole?
she's an asshole, but it's justified.
Somebody said should have fucked the new girl instead.
What?
Like she should
Oh,
have
that
fucked the
she
new
should have.
girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
No,
understand.
that's
I don't know. I think that she's definitely an asshole for doing
I
it.
think they're
but
both
it's also-
assholes.
yeah,
Everyone's
but
an
it's like
asshole.
yeah, he deserved it, so it's like it's fine.
Well, except for the girl that he cheated on with, because like it's not her fault. She didn't know.
Well, yeah, no, she didn't. Like she's not an asshole. The ex boyfriend being on the video call is kind of crazy. That's on him.
Yeah.
But
He's fucking
overall, I
retarded.
would say that it's several assholes, but some of them are justified for it. Like you cheat, you deserve whatever happens to you after.
Justified asshole move. Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
that was a major fuck you from her.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's cheating on her for months, like
Yeah, a year.
yeah,
A
okay,
year?
you're
Oh
cheating on
yeah,
her for a
fuck.
year. Yeah, it's deserved. It's deserved.
She's not an asshole though. That's just way too long for that to go on.
Dude, getting broken up with while they're getting banged, crazy. But yeah, that one's kind of the lame one. This one is a bit long. It's not like am I the asshole? It's a two hot takes thing, but it's interesting, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about. I can't exactly remember all of it, but I'm pretty sure if I start reading, I'll remember. All right. My daughter tore apart my fiance's wedding dress, ending our engagement. I've grounded her until she's 18, imposed strict limitations on her activities, and making her work to contribute to expenses. So that's the title. This is more of an off my chest post. I am not looking for advice, but welcome some given with empathy and understanding in mind. I, 42 male, have a 16-year-old daughter, Ella. 6 months ago, because of her, my partner, Chloe, 36 female, ended our engagement. To give some context, before my partner, now ex, was in my life, I was married to my late wife. For around a year and a half, she was in a vegetative state and had already grieved her death before she even passed on. Accepting her death was something I had already prepared ahead of time, and I dipped my feet in the dating market 6 months after. I met my lovely partner, Chloe, who also had a daughter from her first marriage, and after dating for a year, I proposed to her. I was ecstatic to be with the love of my new life. Ella, not so much. Chloe tried to bond with Ella and did everything possible to make her feel like a welcoming presence in her life. Ella wasn't thrilled and had routinely messed with Chloe, such as guarding her mother's territory, having an attitude when I got Chloe gifts, hid her stuff, and generally becoming over rebellious. It used to cause fights between Chloe and I, who felt that I should be able to discipline her appropriately so that it doesn't impact our relationship. Ella completely lost her mind when she heard I was marrying Chloe. Eventually, a few weeks after that, she accepted it, and Chloe even made her a bridesmaid. Because of this, she had access to Chloe's wedding prep stuff, and 3 days before the wedding, Chloe had assigned Ella the duty to get her adjusted dress picked up from the tailors, as she had lost some weight from the time initial measurements were taken. To Chloe's horror, Ella had completely ruined the dress on purpose and admitted as such. There was fabric patches missing, stains from the coffee, and almost looked like a dog chewed on the damn thing. Chloe broke down and called off the wedding. She didn't speak to me for a whole week and went out of town, and I frantically tried contacting her, wishing we could work things out. When Chloe met me for the final time, she told me that she wants to end her relationship because she has unknowingly ignored a lot of red flags from the kind of behavior I let go from my daughter. Chloe said she cannot put up with this level of disrespect her entire life. I begged and pleaded and even promised I will send her to boarding school, but she did not listen to me. I was furious at my daughter for meddling in my relationship and completely tearing it apart like she did with my lovely fiance's dress. I grounded her until she turns 18. At the time, she was turning 16. She is now to come home straight from school, not allowed to have any relationships. She had no problem ruining my relationship, and she doesn't deserve one until she is old enough to consent. No trips, no social media, nothing. Ella's then boyfriend also dumped her once he learned what she did. He was also part of the wedding guest list. I even put restrictions on internet usage, and she only is allowed one electronic. That is her desktop computer for school. I took her phone away and gave her a basic SIM phone instead. She is also to work at a diner right across from the street and pitch into household bills and groceries as part of her sentence. If she proves herself worthy, I promise to cover a part of her college tuition. To address one more thing about grief counseling, yes, my daughter was completing a program through her school's health and counseling services. However, she left that midway, and when I tried to convince her to go through it again, she rebelled, saying that she was simply getting her to accept the unacceptable in her life, which referred to Chloe. I even managed to convince her to try 3 more psychiatrists, but she did not want to engage with any after that. I couldn't force her to do therapy if it made her uncomfortable, so I didn't enforce it. I regret doing that, really. Had I been stern enough, I would have introduced consequences if she did not put effort into working on herself in therapy. My daughter cries to me every day to reduce her sentence and let her live and lead a normal life, but I refused. She took the one good thing in my life away from me, and I feel horrible still and cannot stop missing Chloe. I wish she'd just come back. I feel so angry at my daughter still and can't stop resenting her. I cannot find it in me to forgive her. Edit. I didn't seem to imply that my daughter isn't a part of good things in my life. Clearly, I misconveyed in my post. Here is what I said to her. Ella, I was in a very dark place from witnessing your mother's death. It was extremely tough for me to lose my partner. And then I had a good thing going on in my life. It felt wonderful. I had hope. And in your selfishness, pettiness, and stubbornness, you took that one good thing away from me, and I cannot forgive you for that. That's it.
That's a lot to unpack there. That was a
Yeah.
big story.
It's a big
That was
story.
long post.
I
I feel like the daughter was like, "Oh, I see you're happy in your relationship, so since I'm not happy with the loss too, neither should you.
Yeah.
Like you can't be on the road to recovery if I'm not."
If I can't recover.
You know how to respond because it's not an am I the asshole? He's not asking.
No. It was more like just like, what do you think?
I think that I don't want to call the daughter a piece of shit. She just lost her mom, but like,
Yeah.
She's also a teenager. Like,
Yeah.
she's gonna do stupid,
things.
out of the box stuff.
It sucks for the dad that he lost like some sort of normalcy that he would have gotten back after losing his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This one's kind of
It's a
tough because like
lose-lose.
it's kind of tough because like obviously they both need counseling, right? He also should have had counseling because obviously there's a familial issue here. It's not necessarily just his daughter Ella that needed a counseling to like grieve her mother, but it was more like there's a clear issue between like the familial bond, and I feel like they needed like some type of family counseling between them two so that way they can figure out how to move past this, and then that way hell they might have like avoided that situation altogether because she ended up fucking ruining that lady's dress, and then she she threw up the wedding for that. That's
I think that
crazy.
she didn't realize how deep her actions would have gone. Like, I'm not gonna call her an asshole because she's 16 and she just lost her mom, but it's also like her dad needs help too.
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad's a person too. Like the dad needs time to recover and something to cope with the recovery, and that was finding a new relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something good to happen in her
But
life.
I've never been like counseling myself, but I feel like this is just beyond repair to some extent. It would just be like putting a band-aid on like a big ass wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't like completely fix anything. Like you're still gonna have grief here and there, and
Yeah.
especially with it being so recent, like pretty much every day. Um, but yeah, that's not a good solution to just tear up another relationship that your father's going through
Yeah.
Yeah.
or trying to make it work.
On one hand, you can understand like what the daughter is going through, but then on the other, you can also understand like she's not the only one. Like her dad also lost someone, and taking a relationship away from him is just unfair.
Yeah. She's not viewing it. Like if she's really not okay with her dad moving on that fast, she has to have the conversation with him instead of just tearing up the dress.
Yeah, but she's a kid. She's not gonna know that. So
I know, but that's kind of. I don't
yeah,
want to
no, yeah.
blame her because she's young. She just turned 16, so it's like
But we can blame the dad for a few things that I've noticed. Did you
he
guys
definitely
like
moved on
notice?
hella fast.
Did you guys notice like what he said, like that he would send his daughter to boarding school just so they can like not deal with her? Because that's a
I
bit rough.
yeah. Some people do that though. I'm not agreeing with it,
She
but
might
like
have more like underlying problems other than just like the loss of her mother. Like
Perhaps.
yeah,
she could have like school issues in school and like issues with getting in trouble just in general. I don't know the whole
yeah,
backstory to that. But usually, if you're gonna retaliate in that manner, like it's gonna be rocky. Your
Yeah.
relationship with your parents, because it's a lose lose for the dad. Like he's losing the relationship between his new partner, and he's losing the relationship with his daughter because she's probably gonna resent him for grounding her till she's
Until she's
18.
18. Yeah, yeah, like I don't see this like ending very well after the 18-year sentence, I guess.
I doubt that he's even gonna. I know he said he's gonna ground her till he's 18. I doubt he's actually gonna do that.
Probably, but it's a
It'll
pretty
probably.
significant punishment. Like
It's a significant punishment, but I doubt he's gonna hold it to that level, like till that long. Because a lot of parents will be, I'm gonna ground you till you're fucking an adult, and it's like they don't actually do that. This is obviously like a very large circumstances, but I doubt that he's gonna hold it out for that long. It'll probably be like a couple months that she's in trouble for, but I doubt it'll be that long.
Yeah, I feel like the dad's the ass, more of the asshole in this one, because like the daughter's hurting more. She didn't get to accept her mom's death like he did, like he said he did. So being in the fucking dating pool 6 months after is too fast.
That's very short. I
That is
think
way too fast.
to me, even for like if you're divorced or widowed, you have to wait at least like a year.
what if that's how he wants to cope though? What if he wants like
It's too
somebody to keep him?
fast.
But that's not fair to his daughter.
If he's hooking up with people, it still wouldn't be healthy. But that's one
Yeah.
thing. But like going into like a full fledged in relationship to get married with you, somebody you met 6 months after is kind of fast, and it's very fast as well in his daughter's eyes. Is definitely why she didn't like that.
Let's do the math. She's 16 when she got her sentence, right? So her
He was
she's that
15.
was a year after. So 6 months after mom died, he started dating Chloe. A year after they get married. So let's say 6 months after
His
that they
daughter's
get
like 14
the party. She's only
when they start
14
dating.
when there was only so
When
she was 14 when her mom died.
she was 14 or so when her mom died. Still 14 or so when her dad starts dating.
And then 16 when she gets grounded for 2 years.
Also,
So
why are
then
you saying a 16-year-old to pick up a dress?
I know that's kind of
Is
crazy.
that important? That's fucking crazy. That part's crazy too. Why the fuck are you sending your 16-year-old daughter to pick up a very expensive dress? Either way, like it's like he moved on way too fast. That's
Yeah.
unhealthy levels of speed to me. That or he wasn't. I get like you can put like barriers for yourself to be able to deal with the emotional part of it. That's losing your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you didn't give a shit about her, you're not moving on that fast.
The
in a
daughter's
healthy
hurting
manner.
way more. If you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's probably even hurting too, but he just moved on too fast, or he's trying to move on too fast, which is why he ended up in this stupid ass situation. It's his fault that he ended up like this to begin with. He should have waited longer until his daughter was ready for him emotionally to be able to date, like serious date. Because I'm sure, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But what
because
if
in
he found
her,
somebody he really loved and wanted to get in the relationship with them? Or
I don't give a fuck.
you,
gotta
you want
wait.
him to just pass up the relationship with someone that he would love?
I think that he can make a relationship work at a different time.
What if time's a factor here?
well, the time is a factor. Like, daughter is not ready.
The time is the factor of time in this to me is that he started dating 6 months after his fucking wife died. And no offense to the lady, but if you're dating somebody that's ready to date 6 months after the dude's wife died, that's kind of sussy too. I don't know. To me, like that's very close to the wife passing and you already moving on.
If she was
There's
in a
people that
vegetative
don't move
state
on.
for a year and a
Yeah.
half, that means that means what? She was basically done for. Well, I don't want to say when he like
Lost hope.
lost hope.
But it's also he has to recognize his daughter saw her mother in a vegetative state from the time that she was like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
That
then
is
watched her.
extremely young to have to deal with that. I wouldn't want to deal with that, and I'm 26.
The wound is way deeper for her, which is kind of
She's
tough.
13. Her mom was in a vegetative state for over a year. And then you move on sick. I get that it's probably easier to move on in the sense that like she was in a vegetative state, so he could definitely has time to prep. It's still very fucking fast for your daughter.
He didn't
And
try
I
to
get,
ease her into it at all. He didn't even try.
yeah. And the thing is that I know Dick, you said like, what if he's like falls in love and like that's his opportunity? He has to. He's a parent, and to me, a parent has to put their child first, especially when they're sub 18. If his daughter was like 20, I'd be like, she doesn't really have a right in that sense to push him to not have a relationship.
Yeah.
It's a fucking 14-year-old at that point. Like that's kind of young.
Yeah. In her eyes,
So he can't be happy because he has to provide for his daughter.
It's not
First?
that he can't be happy. Is that he? Well, yes, actually, no, actually, yes. I'm going to double down. He should not be pursuing long-term relationships until his daughter's emotionally ready to be back into the world fully, because she's obviously having issues. You're the adult. You're the parent. You shouldn't be doing these sorts of things to your, especially when your kid's that young.
because it's hard to accommodate your feelings and then also your daughter's feelings, and if you're like in this situation, because like
Yeah.
you have to play both sides. You're not he's not compromising at all. Like
not.
he's not easing her
No,
into
yeah,
it.
there
He's
should
not
have been more
consulting her.
communication
They need to
there
communicate
between
more.
them two.
But
But
he's the
as a
adult, so it's
daughter,
up to
even
him.
at 14, she should see that her dad is happy in this
I
new
don't know.
relationship.
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I'm sorry,
Because
yeah.
Decky, she watched her mom slowly fucking die from the time she was 12.
Yeah, I mean that's
She's not in an emotional state where she can view her dad as being happy.
What does his daughter
In
need?
that sense,
You know.
she needs time. I think if he would have waited, because even then he could have dated and not gotten married. Like Josh was saying, like it shouldn't have been married that fast. He could have. You don't have to get married that fast. If he dated and said, "Look, it's just not the time yet to get married. We shouldn't take this next step because my daughter's simply not ready for that level yet.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to see a new mother in the house yet. Like she's not ready for that to have somebody replace her mom as like somebody like that level. Because he can date. It seemed like the dating, like she wasn't in love with the idea, but she was whatever about it, if I remember correctly from the story. But the marriage seems to be like the cherry on top. Like you moved on that fast from my mother, is I think the way the daughter views it. And to me, like he can be happy without getting married.
Yeah, I don't think
And
marriage was necessary. Like, obviously, you want to spend your life with this person, but you don't have to like show
married.
that to your daughter. Like, you can wait until
Yeah.
she's 18 or out of the house at the very least, and then
Yeah.
you know.
And the thing is, yeah. And to me, a parent, especially a parent to somebody that's under 18, you put your child first.
Like even
His
after they're
daughter,
18, let's say they don't like fully heal. Like obviously, time
you should still
time is
help.
required for everything. It's there's less of what's the word? She's grown. She's at the same time they're growing up, right? So they're gonna start saying things differently. And
Yeah.
even from 16 to 18, it's not really a huge jump, but like at the same time, like
It's a huge
there's more
jump in
time
terms of
involved.
for healing. It's a huge jump.
Yeah.
In terms of actual age, it's not a huge jump. In terms of giving time to heal, 2 years is a lot of time to give
Yeah.
somebody.
But that's just hypothetical, right?
I'm just
But-
saying, I'm not against him being happy and finding love, but to
No.
me, jumping into marriage when your daughter's still in a state that she just lost her fucking mom.
Yeah. It's tough. She's hurting.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not saying that they're both not hurting. I just think that he should wait, and he just advanced the timeline way too fast.
yeah. Because if he said that he truly did grieve before like she died, like way before, that's not the same for his daughter, right? She didn't grieve before. She grieved as soon as she passed. Even maybe even after. Like who
His
knows?
daughter was so young, she probably still hoped for a chance.
Yeah.
She was what, 12 or 13, like we said. Probably 12 when it started, 13 when it was starting to end. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's tough for a kid at that age.
Yeah. It's tough for anybody at any age to see your parent like that.
Yeah.
This sucks that it happened during her developing years of being 13. Like, that's being your teenage years are a large portion of when you start to develop who you are as a person. I don't know. That's my viewpoint.
Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the daughter just suck it up.
I guess, yeah, she should have locked in.
Should have locked in is crazy.
Well, either way,
I think
we're at the
that's all I
2 hour
got.
mark.
That's all I got.
We'll be back next week.
Next Tuesday, we should be back.
Should be next week. Next.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll be
next
back
week.
next year. Who knows?
Yeah, we're on an 8-month break.
We're going on a
Invincible
8-month
levels.
break.
Oh boy.
We're busting an
Yeah.
Invincible. We're gonna be back with season 2.
New season.
Actually,
Oh god.
we're not even
No,
on
season 2, part 2.
season 2, part 2, final part of episode 1.
Yeah. Anyways,
We'll catch you guys then. Make good choices. Don't suck any dicks that you don't know about. But yeah, bye.
Or do.
bye.